Welcome back, one more time, to the more civilized age, Star Wars, Knights of the Old Republic, the Sith Lords, TM, Restored Content Modification, version 1.8.6, Let's Play, or the AMCA SWKOTOR TSLTM RCM V1.8.6 LP. I'm Austin Walker, and we are going to finish KOTOR II with the note that I just had a crash on this screen. I got a runtime error. Maybe this won't happen again. Maybe it'll be fine as I load into the game. I think so. I have this slightly later save. You can see it's like a minute after we finished because I let the game keep playing last time. But this is where the last Let's Play ended. We'll have a few things to see right away here as we leave the Ravager and head towards our fatal confrontation. Excuse me, I was sneezing. Our final, maybe, confrontation with Traya. This route leads back to the shuttle and Citadel Station. Do you wish to leave? Leave the Ravager for good. And there it goes. It's blowing up. I think maybe we showed this last time. Maybe I showed this cutscene because it's cool. And here's us, I guess, leaving Citadel Station. Now, I did forget to do one quest, which was the protect the fuel from the Sith attackers quest. I didn't realize I didn't do. I assumed I did it, and I didn't. I think it's fine. I'm not going to replay through all the Ravager to go back and get it. That would be a lot. Jumping into hyperspace.
Going to lose their lives, like I lost my family in Malachor V.
And all the Jedi who followed Revan, the true Jedi, died.
The true ones are the ones who followed Revan. Interesting.
Father left us all when he lost all that he loved at Malachor V.
We go now, my master, to that dark place which made you. Or you gained your ship, your troops. Your ship, my prison, that you dragged from the gravity well at Malachor V.
Wish I'd never met him. Wish I'd died there. The storms have dragged me down into Malachor V.
We will not surrender. We will not die, like we did on Malachor V.
Your command echoes still, General, and I obey, as I did at Malachor V. Now Malachor V comes to us, and I wish to face it this last time. You know where you must go. It calls to you still.
He's so good.
It is the heartbeat of the past.
And she must be stopped. There, now. Or she will bring the screams of Malachor V to the galaxy, just as we carry the echo all this way.
The screams will be brought. And here we are, arriving. The remains of Malachor V. Ah, back in the old get-up. Yeah, what was the plan there, guys? She didn't even need to use Force Storm. We would have heard that. We've seen this place before.
It has been some time.
You were a fool to return. I spared you once. I will not do so again.
Spare me? Ah, yes. No, you simply did not learn the lesson I sought to teach. That your strength is as meaningless as the strength of my hand.
Why have you returned?
Because now I understand why the Exile did what he did.
There is much to be done.
That's all it took, you know? And here we are again. Crash landing into Malachor. I guess it's choppy up there. I'm gonna miss this Let's Play a lot. I'm not gonna miss needing to cut all of these those cutscenes back in from loose files hanging around my computer. Damn, just like that.
Master, he is here.
Just like that.
I know.
Say the line, Bart!
What is thy bidding, my master?
You are to do nothing. When he arrives, bring him before me.
He will not survive Malachor.
What will you do with him, my master?
You know what I shall do. You who wear my teachings so well. I will break him. He is a blank slate upon which my teachings may be written, as I intended for you so long ago.
Yeah.
Leave me. Await the arrival of the Exile. When he comes, bring him before me.
Bad vibes. You know, we talk a lot about the teacher-student dynamics of all of Star Wars, and especially with this game, and whew, they're bad. It's not good there, huh? Here we are. Atten, I guess you did a job. It's cool we can get up here. This is cool. We're being up here at the beginning of the game with T3, running around, fixing stuff. This seems like maybe a bigger problem than what T3 had to deal with before. Sparking a little bit. That's fine. Hey, where are we? What's popping here? We are Malachor V surface. We are unable to adjust our party at this time. That's good. Bail-Dur and Mandalore are both just unavailable entirely, as are the Handmaiden. I guess Handmaiden would be in this slot, right? Traya and who's missing from over here? T3? HK. T3 is down here. Austin. HK is of course gone. Traya is of course gone. All right. Did I get stuck? Did I fuck up? Did I just break the game? No. Okay, here we go. Okay, could you imagine? And then Kelmore just hung out on the wreck of the Ebon Hawk. The end. All right, actually not gonna kick on master speed quite yet. I want to take it all in a little bit. We're here. We're at the end. You know, final area, final bit of the world, final, I guess, dungeon. Worth saying. Do I need to put on breath control? Seems like it. I want to clear this place all the way out. I have I'd say that we are probably past the part of this game that I have pretty strong memories of, which is very funny to say, I know, given that this is the very, very end, and it's like, yeah, no shit. But I just truly don't remember the intricacies of this final push in terms of level design and everything else. So maybe I get lost for a little bit. How's that sound? Damaged console, log out. Engine core damage, minimal power. Okay, cool. Got a corpse. Verpine prototype shield, life support pack. You can tell that I was just recording Outward, which we do over on the Friends of the Table Patreon, because I just tried to cast Reveal Soul. Like my fingers were like, oh look, a corpse. I could get some mana back, because that's the thing my character over there does. Nice. Let's just nope. Let's clear that. Can we get in for a Master Flurry while he's still stunned? There we go. I'm glad it's working. There we go. Nice. Simple. Nice and simple. We fill this in over here. Activate this corpse. Oh, a Solari crystal, huh? But yeah, I there's bits about the ending that I remember in terms of like events and conversations, though I don't even remember all of those. And then I remember a couple of fights, but I don't have like a strong memory. And I've only seen this game's ending twice, and that's once without any of the TSL CRM mod, and then there's once with like the 2010 edition of the TSL CRM, the Sith Lords content restoration mod. Yes, the CRM content modification restoration. CRM. I realized the other day while recording AMCA that I was saying something wrong. I was saying CMR instead of CRM, or is it actually There's only one place to check, and it's the front page, the front screen. So I guess I will not be checking. You know? No, we're just not gonna. Okay, we're just not gonna. Okay. Obstinate to the last, KOTOR. Never change. I'm gonna get my speed up. Oh, what was that? Did the thing buff itself? I'm curious. I'm curious what that was. Combat. Does it not say? Does that not count as a combat round for the Storm Beast or whatever? Storm Beast used Sonic Howl. Interesting. It doesn't say what it does. That's fun. That's good. I'm glad. And yeah, you can see here, fuel sabotage bonus mission. Whoops. Didn't finish that one. That's okay. I didn't fail it, technically. I should be trying critical hit and seeing if that's better, or whatever, it's critical strike. Let's see it. Let's try Master Strike. Or Master Critical Strike. Yeah. I was talking to Friends of the Table's Keith Carberry, who is also a huge fan of this game, about KOTOR's mechanics recently. I think, like me, Keith was a devotee of this game and the first game at such a young age that it's all just kind of in there, to where the very strange bits that are never really explained about the D&D, the D20 system stuff that undergirds all of this game, is just in our brains in such a way. And we were talking about how I think Keith was pointing out to me that, like, oh yeah, by the end game, your stats are good enough that critical strike becomes so, or not just your stats, the gear gets so good that your crit window gets so big that it's totally possible to just like go critical strike instead of flurry. And I just want to also stop and talk about the game a little bit. Fun. We found a couple of corpses so far, and both of them have had lightsaber crystals, right? This is the surface of Malachor V, which the General, the Exile, my Kelmorn, and Bayodur ruined with a super weapon, which we now know, I don't know that we've heard the name of it yet, but we've certainly know it has something to do with gravity. Maybe we've heard the full name. And we know that this was the final battleground of the war, the Mandalorian War, the Jedi Mandalorian War. And so it makes sense that we're going to start finding Jedi corpses everywhere. I don't think that they do a lot with a little here, I don't mean to, I'm not saying a little like the artists who worked on this didn't have to do a lot of work, but like the placement of the Ebon Hawk model up there is this kind of like, it's wedged in, is really great. I think this is like some pretty fun cinematic level design in terms of like getting a great frame, a great composition, a really great visual, and then that opening up into the valley. And yes, it's just like a big image on the backdrop there, but like I still think that the basics of this are pretty evocative, which is what you're doing in this era. All right, I will shut up for a little bit.
If the Exile has come here, then he has not come alone.
Of course, apprentice. The Huntress is with the Exile. She has a special talent for finding that which should remain lost. It also makes her difficult for me to sense, but not to a creature bred for such things.
Shall I send the assassins for her?
No, I have brought a beast to Malachor to deal with that one. We shall see if prey can become a predator. Her breaking shall be flesh and bone, or it shall be inside. If she survives, she will become stronger for it.
Her breaking shall be flesh and bone, or it shall be inside. She'll break inside.
Well, here's a surprise. Yet another slice of galactic paradise. Why can't we ever go to Alderaan or Ithor or someplace without metal, jagged rocks, or packs of bloodthirsty beasts?
Oh, it's fine. Oh, there's a Hanharr foot.
Big boy, do the big steppy.
This game is not about feet. This is not the last game we played.
Damn, he's a Wookiee
And he got feet.
Yeah, I guess the Ebon Hawk crashed in such a way that, you know, dropped us all over the place. Classic video game and tabletop thing to do. Oh yeah, there was a shipwreck and you all landed remarkably far away from each other. Another shield. Let's get speed up now that we've been exploring a little bit. Nothing in this corner, but I'll fill it out. Let's take a peek at the full map. Where are we at now? We're down that way. Okay, cool. That was bridge, and that was buried Republic ship, right, which didn't have power, you may recall. Storm Beast. I think especially with two weapons like this, Critical Strike ends up being really useful, because you'll see, especially with Master Speed on, I'm still getting 4 attacks. It's not like I'm not getting multiple attacks per round. And again, it's been a long time. I can't believe in the last episode being like, here's how Critical Strike works. But just as like a reminder, it quadruples the critical threat range of melee attacks. So if it needs a 20 normally, a natural 20, it now is 17 to 20. And then also it can do a stun if they don't lose the fort save. And I believe my weapons are such that the crit range is already really big. It's already 17 to 20 on the right one. And so that means it's extreme. I mean, I'm just going to peek at it. Critical X2, what did I roll? I rolled a 16, which hit with the crit. So that's remarkably good, you know? Unpause to orchestra hit 7 over and over. Bump, bump, bump. I got hit with the thing. That's pretty good. I'm out of speed. I'll re-speed myself. I was learning shock at one point. I don't know if I'm gonna get enough levels to where I'm gonna actually ever use it all the way, but sorry, I was learning Emerald Justice, as someone pointed out in the comments. Thank you for that. Is it Emerald Justice? Or is it Emerald Lightning and then like Green Justice or something? This is Plo Koon's special lightning ability where he's allowed to do it because he's cool. We master heal. Hey man. There we go. Looking good. Looking good. Oh, is that right under the ship over there too? I should go back and just look at it. A Quadranium Edge for all those melee weapons I'm using. Chemicals. Good to have chemicals. Oh, stuck on the thing. Let me get breath control. But I actually don't know if I need breath control. Maybe that stuff's all just like death gas. Not death gas that'll kill you. Just like death gas like there was a lot of death here gas. You know? So I just wanted to see, yeah, it's right under the Ebon Hawk. That's really cool. Look at the map. What was that down there? Did I not understand? Oh my gosh, please let me get another Buried Republic ship. Did I not realize we were in another Buried Republic ship earlier? And alternatively, did I miss anything to interface with? Oh, I think I maybe just didn't come this way. Yeah. Prototype shield. Another damaged console. Minimal power again. Okay, okay. And then we'll go west here, I guess. Oh no, let's go up first and clear the rest of whatever's up there before we go to Malachor Depths. There's a little turn off here, which I don't think will have anything, but let's double check it. Also, while we're here, let's quick save. I'm gonna be saving a lot as we go forward. I'm smart, I'll be doing more than just quick saving. Nope, just a corpse. Life support pack and a Gand discharger. How'd that help you during the war? That work out for you? No? Okay, that's fine. Sorry, when I'm running into walls and stuff, it's often because I'm like picking up a coffee to drink. You know? I don't have both my hands on the controller. Hey, what's that right there? Do you see that? I am going to put on breath control. Or is it just going to blow me up? That'd be very funny. Oh, another thing I have not been using. Force Enlightenment. Yeah, that was in fact a mine. Like a gas mine. People pointed out I've not been using Force Enlightenment. I'd forgotten I had it. Force Enlightenment is the very good buff you get after the Telos confrontation if you're light-sided. Speaking of being light-sided...
Oh, you have to be kidding me.
The gray-maned female says you've claimed the name Jedi. Her words dishonor you, for she does not believe it. Interesting. I do not believe it. You've always been prey, Mira. Weak, scared, always running, hesitant to kill. Oh. Oh. Here, on this graveyard planet, you have nowhere left to run. The eyes of Nar Shaddaa do not look here. Run, pray, or fight me, and I can feel the rage of the planet pouring through me, yet there's nothing compared to the hate I have for you. Sorry, I missed part of the Nar Shaddaa bit. Okay, well, actually, not first and foremost. What level is she right now? I bet she can handle this. She like a stun rocket or something? Concussion rocket? Let's see what happens. No, that didn't really do shit. How about a Buster rocket? I know I can just shoot him. I know. Yeah, that was a waste of fucking time. I should just shoot him to death. I know. I forgot that she's a Jedi.
That's another one for me.
Let me force speed, and then let me improve sniper shot.
That's another one for me.
That's another one for her.
That's
and
another one for me.
Oh, I paused for a second. I didn't need to. Kill me, and the life debt shall be settled. I cannot be in your debt twice. It will only be a second death to me. Whether you spare me or kill me, it is death. If letting you live increases your suffering, then I condemn you to live. Prepare to die, then there's no need for this. You don't owe me a life debt. I release you. Words will not break the shackles on my wrists. Words will not end the hatred I have for you. My hatred for you would drown the raging storms of this planet. It burns hotter than the hatred in the heart of the gray-haired, gray-maned woman, and greater than her feelings for the exile. So you serve Traya now? Prepare to die then. If letting you increase your suffering, then I condemn you to live. Letting you live increases your suffering, then I condemn you to live. I won't kill you, Hanharr, no matter what you've done. No, so you serve Traya now? She has chained me with a life debt. She honors me by showing me no mercy, only hatred. She understands the heart of a warrior. And the heart of a slave? Lead me to Traya, Hanharr. If she is as powerful as you claim, then she will destroy me, and you shall be free. You owe me twice, Hanharr. You owe her once. I will not kill you in cold blood. Prepare to die then. If letting you live increases your suffering. And the heart of a slave? I am no slave. I am Hanharr. Hanharr who was taken from Kashyyyk. Hanharr who put chains upon those who chained him, who bartered human lives in place of my kind. Lead me to Traya, Hanharr. If she is as powerful as you claim, then she will destroy me, and you shall be free. Consideration. Your words smell of truth, and your eyes show no deception. I will lead you to the Grey One, and she will end you, and my life debt to you both shall be no more. I don't know how he gets out of the Traya life debt so easily, but if that's what you want to believe, it's not like I have any plans of killing you once you've served your purpose. Just want to note, I did that without leveling up. I want to keep that level up as a back pocket heal. Meanwhile, let's do a Malachor depth save. So make sure I can't put anybody in still. Nope, okay. Save game, new slot. Malachor depths. Okay. Let's keep it moving. Oh. Well, it's fine. Damn, lived. What are these storm beasts, do you think? These ones seem like a little tougher. Perhaps they are. Let me get Enlightenment on, and then Breath Control on, and then Speed on. Oh, speed not on, speed on. There we go. Critical Strike. Not even with Enlightenment is that gonna kill. That's fine. Components and chemicals. Interesting in a game that's so about your relationship with your companions, the bonds you form, etc., that so much of this last area is you alone. You know, there's a real, you know, obviously you're returning to Malachor, you're returning to this place that you helped destroy and that so hangs so heavy over the rest of the game and everything else. But nevertheless, I do think it's interesting. Chemicals, another damaged console. Log out, not enough power. Stay enlightened, please. These guys got like this after the Malachor V disaster? Or do you think they were always like this? And Malachor was just kind of fucked up? Because they're not called like gravity well beasts. They're called storm beasts, and presumably Malachor was storming to some degree even before. Maybe not. Maybe it was chill here. Maybe the Mandalorians used this as like a base partly because it was just so sick. You know? Ripper waves. They're surfing. They're surfing on Malachor V. That's the fiction I'm putting forward at this moment. I did not need breath control, I needed force enlightenment. There we go. Haha. Hey guys. Oh, neither of you resisted, huh? That's a shame. There we go. Chemicals. Damaged console that doesn't work. Sound familiar? Perhaps we'll return to these consoles in a bit, and we'll get them to work. Anything else over here? Oh, I did not actually take those chemicals. That's close. That's a shame. Gotta get those chemicals. I bet this all would be easier if we... Ooh, great shot. Look at that. It's on some, oh, Matrix armor. That's on some, one of the Minases. Minas Torgil? Is Torgil a Pokemon? Wait. It's not Tirith. What's the underground one that's all fucked up and spooky? I'm looking. I'm not gonna find this quick enough. I'm gonna type spooky castle, Lord of the Rings. Yeah, most of your here. Yeah. What's this one? What is this one? Not really like this at all. I'm kind of Mirkwood and Moria. That's not what I'm looking for. No, that's not what this image is. Minas Morgul. There we go. I said Torgil. I think that might be a Pokemon. That might be the fire Pokemon. Anyway, I think this looks sick. I think we are here. We've seen this from the outside a lot. This is where we've seen Traya, Sion, and Nihilus do some of their meetings, their own confrontations with each other. What's the first person button again? It exists. I remember that it exists. There it is. Look at that. pretty good. All right, let's keep it moving. Probably worth saying that, like, well, that was a misclick. Had to sneak one more in. I think it's probably easy to see a game like this and be like, it's so unfinished all the way through. How could it be that this last zone is so well rendered compared to like Korriban, and which needed a bunch of reused assets and stuff? And it should be a reminder that like game development doesn't happen linearly in the same way that like movies aren't shot linearly. Most of the time, you don't like make level 1 and then level 2 and then level 3. You do a lot of in the same way that you don't necessarily shoot, you know, the first scene in a movie then the second scene of a movie. In game development, and I can't speak for Obsidian, I can't speak to KOTOR 2, I certainly can't speak to Obsidian in 2000, 2003, 2004. There is there are teams per level often, right? And so you'll be like, oh, okay, we have 4 teams making narrative content, and so you'll take levels 1 and 3, you'll take levels 2 and 5, or 2 and 4, you'll take levels 3 and 6 or whatever. We'll break it up that way. Or if you have enough teams, you can do it, 1 for 1. Is this guy like super scary? Is that what I'm supposed to believe? Because good luck. Good luck, Pally. Let's just get Enlightenment on and crush him. Can I stasis field him? Is it gonna work? Alright, so he's saved, so he's slow. Can I mind trick him? No. Beast trick? Oh, I did. He did get stunned. That's fun. Okay, he's doing damage. Not enough. What was he called? I didn't see what the actual name was. Greater Storm Beast. Got it. Anyway, the point being that a big final game location like this might be something that is prioritized because you know you need it in that way. You know? I'll heal. Calves looking good, bud. Keep it up. Not skipping leg day. Oh my gosh, I'm tapping master speed too quick for it to click in. There we go. This is a real Dark Souls arena. Should have made me fight the Man-Eater from Demon Souls. What's the Dark Souls or Demon Souls enemy that you think the Jedi Exile would have the most trouble with? I said that as if you could respond, and then I would like, when I say I said that, like in my brain, I let the question go as if I'd hear a response and could then like bounce off of you, which isn't how it works, you know. I think probably a gimmick boss. That's my actual answer to this. I think it's probably Bed of Chaos, or judging from the number and depth of the blaster burns, these Sith appear to have been recently killed by fire from a heavy repeater rifle. Interesting. I wonder who that could be. I actually think it's some of the Demon Souls bosses would be the ones that are tough. What is the puppet one in the tower in Demon Souls? Oh my god, what is her name? I'm looking it up. Fool's Idol. I think I would get tricked by that. The Exile has a history of being tricked, so misunderstanding things. So I think I'd fail that one, or struggle with that one. And then probably the one, my Jedi Exile, who's light-sided, would probably struggle with the Maiden, Asteria, the one who's like protected down in the Valley of Defilement. Speaking of Minas Morgul, I guess there's a chance you're watching this and actually do not know this. I do a podcast about genre fiction called Shelved by Genre with Cameron Kunzelman and Michael Lutz, who are, of course, do the great Just King things. And next year, we're going to do all of the Lord of the Rings books. We're going to do Hobbit, the core Lord of the Rings trilogy, and the struggling over the word I've been saying into a microphone for the last 2 weeks nonstop. Why am I blanking on this? Silmarillion? Is that right? Silmarillion. There's an L in there. Anyway, so if next year you want to hear me talk about Lord of the Rings for a year, let me tell you, you can do it. Yeah. After all that, you'll have to kneel before me, huh? Rip to your egos. Meanwhile...
I say we fire a rocket at her right now and blow her screaming, burning body into the heart of this planet.
It wouldn't work. If there were other distractions, maybe. If she wasn't telepathic, maybe. If you want to kill her like that, you need something else to occupy her attention. Otherwise, you might just wound her, and then we'd all be in trouble.
This battle will not be decided by weapons.
That's right.
You are wrong. Manipulation is Traya's strength, not battle.
We have a chance. We just
Oh,
have
I'm
to
here
figure
too.
out how to make use of it.
He wasn't in the wide shot. I'm sure it's because of the mod, but he was not in the wide shot of all 4 of them. And he was here with all his friends just off screen. Oh, it's Beodur's remote. Here he is.
If you are watching this, then what the general suspected was true. The Sith are striking from the graveyard of Malachor V. The ship the Sith Lord was on was one of the vessels damaged in that final battle. If you reach Malachor's surface, the mass shadow generator can be undone, provided there are enough vessels.
The mass shadow generator.
Debris or buried in the planet's surface. Use the sequence I am unlocking in your memory banks on the engine core of any vessel you encounter on Malachor. If my calculations are correct, 4 vessels should be enough to power up the mass shadow generator and undo the damage that was done in Malachor V, the damage I did. Once the sequence has begun, it cannot be stopped. So make sure the general is off the planet before triggering the sequence. Otherwise, there will be no retreat. I know your weapons systems are minimal, but I don't know what awaits you on Malachor's surface. Try to avoid contact with any potential threats. Follow your programming.
Your programming commands you to find 4 vessels buried within Malachor's surface and activate the engine systems on each one. When the engine systems are activated, they will disrupt the gravitonic anomaly that's been keeping the planetoids fused together, and Malachor V will begin to drift apart. Warning, you have no offensive weapons, and if you are destroyed, then you have failed your mission. Travel across the planet as fast as you can to hit each of the points and activate the engine systems one at a time. Great. Let's save as the level 1 remote who's already a little damaged and who has field survival pistol equipped. And I can't equip any armor. Let's save as remote. Remote time. All right, remote time. Wow, sure is a good thing we cleared out this whole zone of weird monsters. Ah, fuck, I missed one. Oh, I'm fucked. Did I miss one? Did I really miss an important one? Maybe. Can I go stealth? I can't go stealth. Oh boy, I'm fast. There's that. Okay, well, one of the ships is here. We know this. I think it's pretty fast. I'll give it that. All right, enter sequence for priming mass shadow generator. Mass shadow generator activated. Searching for matching generators. Found one at 25% power. Okay, I'm gonna quick save and hope that I didn't fuck up by leaving one of these guys alive. Actually, since I just quick saved, let me just rush past it and see what's what. Okay, it's just a corpse. I can't even loot it. Okay, it's a shield. Okay. Okay. How did I miss this? Oh, I did a bad job. It's fine. It's fine. It's fine. We're moving. Okay, we just missed a little loop around is what it was. That's fine. I think it's alright. Add a little spice, you know? Look at the map again. Okay, so that was the one that was up there. That's where we started, so we make a hard right turn here. Okay. Damn, I can't believe I left that Storm Beast XP on the table. Fucked it all up. And presumably if you don't kill them, you're doing like what I just did, or you're trying to loop around in interesting ways. Fuck, did I just miss one? No, it's past the bridge. Okay. Right, because here we are. Here's the bridge. There's the Ebon Hawk again. Sorry, something's bugging me. I'm just going to clear all this shit really quick. Where is it? It's not datapad. Is it a weapon? There it is. There they are. A Frosian Scout Belt. And the Air Attack Echo Belt. Is that it? Well, it's not, no, it's not going to stop flashing at me. I wish it told me where the things were, you know? I'm guessing it's armor. That's where I have the most shit. Oh, right. There was also these gems. I forgot. Let me just clear it both. Oh. There's another one. And another one. And another one. Okay. Oh my god, it's still blinking at me. I should have just gone to all. I should have just done this from the jump. Oh, it's so long, though. What the fuck would it have been? Note to designers, you gotta have a mark all as seen button. You just have to. Oh my god, it's still blinking at me up there. I don't know why this is killing me today, but it is killing me today. Maybe just bugged. It's not one of these. These are all seen. I also keep hitting the wrong fucking button to switch between these. I just think it's fucked. Alright, well, I'll just deal with it, I guess. I'm just scrolling through Misk one more time, even though I just went through all. You saw me go through every one. So, I think it's just bugged. Okay. Ugh. I just need to not let my eyes look up there. I don't know why this is getting under my skin, but it's really getting under my skin. It's because what I want to happen is to have looted, or like to seen all of everything I've looted, and then it will disappear from up there, like the whole little bar. Alright, enter sequence for priming mass shadow generator, log out. Alright, 2 of them have been found. What if it's actually not there? What if it's actually... Sorry, this is like, you're seeing my psyche break in front of you. What you're actually seeing is the same thing that happened to me years ago when I was playing Nier, the Nier remaster, Nier Replicant. And I noticed that the skies in that game don't move. The skyboxes are not animated. It's just like a flat, clouded sky, and the clouds don't go anywhere. And it made me almost unable to play that game at a certain point. My eyes like could not do anything but lock on to this phenomenon, which is like, of course, it was like from an era when there were lots of games that came out that didn't have animated skyboxes. But whew. Oh, it stopped. It stopped doing it, but now this is doing it. Okay, mass shadow generator. You found the second engine core. Okay, great. Look. Oh, they stopped. Whew. Love it. You know, it's like when you get like a text message icon, and you're like, I don't have any texts. All right, so the first one is north, and the second one is southeast. Southwest, rather. Enter sequence. All right. And one more. It's bizarre what things get under my skin like that, because I am not, I'm a very messy person, you might imagine, in terms of both, like, you know, I absolutely have the laundry chair going. I definitely have, you know, laundry spilling out of the laundry bin. I definitely have, my notes are often in orders that I think most people would never, ever want. Like, I'm not someone who's like, oh yeah, I use Scrivener to keep all my notes. Like, no, I have a document. It's filled with all of my notes about a given project. All right, Fourth one. Enter sequence for priming mass shadow generator. Mass shadow generator activated. Searching for matching generators. 4 found. Generated at 98%. Mass shadow sequence powering up. Sequence primed.
If you are hearing this, then the sequence has been completed. When active, it will destroy Malachor. Again, I have one last command for you. You must remain behind and ensure that the sequence fires properly once the general gives the command. If not, then all we have fought for has been for nothing. You have done all I asked, all you were built for, and for that, I thank you.
Touching. The probability of the Iridonian installing trigger commands within your core was high. I see the probabilities have played out. Of course, the probability that I would do the same is equally high. Your inability to move right now is evidence of that. If the General issues the command, only I will be here to receive it. You realize I cannot permit you or the Exile to activate the mass shadow generator here on Malachor. In that, your programming and mine conflict. And since you have no offensive weaponry to speak of, the probability of your programming overriding mine is low. You must understand that the General would not wish the relics or the Sith strength here on Malachor to be compromised. Their presence is needed to stabilize the galaxy. Without them, the galaxy would be reduced to anarchy within years. And if there is anything I can't stand, it's an untidy galaxy. So, let us wait here, you and I, for the General's orders and calculate the probable fate of the galaxy.
Correction.
Oh.
I could rust listening to your speeches, Fat One. Perhaps it is the large unwieldy vocabulator within your moon-sized frame that prevents your calculations from taking me into account. And while I find this small droid annoying in the extreme, I find my urge to shoot you takes a higher priority.
Unfortunately for
Face
you,
turn.
I have arranged for friends to meet me here.
Oh, those are my friends now.
You have brought none of your own. Stop him.
Unexpected correction. We are not here to aid you. We are here because our predecessor unit summoned us. Statement. As always, Fat One, you have miscalculated.
An unfortunate oversight. All I wished was to fulfill my programming. Either way, the Republic is...
Observation. I thought he would never die.
That obviously is a TSL CRM thing. I guess actually is not the Bayo. We'll have a lot to talk about with Bayo-Dur and what's up with Bayo-Dur in a bit.
We've come a long way, Traya. Don't bother getting up.
Ah, the Huntress. To come alone, you are braver than I thought.
She is not alone. We stand with her.
And with her, stand all the Jedi.
And now I come in saying something suitably heroic.
Brother, this guy stinks!
Children with lightsabers, but not Jedi, I think. Come close. Let me look upon you and see what the Exile's teaching is for.
The Exile's teaching,
assassin,
not leadership.
A slayer of her own kin, wasted pawn of the Republic, a blinded slave, and a fool. Which of you wishes to try yourselves against me? As you can see, I am unarmed. You, perhaps.
I say, yeah, handmaiden.
Child,
that seems like the right.
Where you walk, it is not far from battle, slaughter, and the blood of your sisters.
Yeah. Yeah. She's gonna no-sell you on this one, handmaiden. Sorry, Brianna. Y'all have to jump. Y'all have to jump her. What are you doing?
Think. Think before you throw away your life for him. Think of everything you will lose by dying. Your lusts unfulfilled, a dance unfinished, a love requited. Think before you give it up so quickly. You, perhaps. You are a wasted pawn of the Republic, young one. You could have been so much more, even with your wide-eyed innocence, your naive love for others.
Should have given him a lightsaber by the end of this game. I forgot to. Whoops.
And you, blind one, you have hungered to strike me down ever since you saw the bond the Exile and I share.
Yeah,
You
okay.
feel the Force running through me, even past the veil, past your blooded eyes. You know you cannot win.
The Force runs strong within you, Traya. But in the howling of a storm,
Traya.
it is difficult to hear the whisper of the blade. You have forever been the blind one. You were given a gift few are ever given. And yet you let your gift of sight warp you, twist.
You think your existence under your lord was torture, Miraluka? I will make you see. An assassin.
Wow, didn't even get to talk. Oh, and Atton runs away. You love to see it. Ooh.
And I get the fool.
Funny. That's just what I was thinking.
All right. All right. Let's get speed up. Let's get Valor up. It's only level 1 Valor. What's this damage gonna look like? Am I gonna need to save? I might. Nope. Maybe I will. Let me level. Fuck it. I'll take the HP back. Feats. Continue going up on Critical Strike with him, maybe. It's been so long since I've leveled him up. Who could even say? I'll go Force for Night Valor. There we go. There it is. Oh, he's... Oh, right, because he can heal. Right, right.
When the Exile enters Traya's Academy, he will be faced with a choice.
Traya's Academy.
One path, assuming he survives, will allow him to save his friends, but he shall be the weaker for it. The other route will lead him directly to this place, through the ones that have hounded his steps from the beginning, and he shall have his vengeance. Show him every respect when he arrives in these halls, Lord Sion. This I command you.
All right, let's do a real save. That was almost a load. Okay, I said we have 2 paths. One of many lines that I believe has been restored here. I think that whole confrontation with Traya was restored. That fight with Sion and Atton is at least modified. I was talking about Bail-Dur before. Some stuff that wasn't changed is that Bail-Dur, in some material, it's not enough to be restored, was supposed to have died helping HK get into the HK facility or doing something else on Telos, like trying to save Telos in some way. That stuff hasn't been restored, and so instead, Bail-Dur kind of just haunts the back end of this game. It's just absent from the Ebon Hawk on our way here. It's just seemingly gone except for the remote. The remote's a hologram, and then we'll see some mentions later. But I think that's fascinating. I think that, like, he's just gone. He talks to you. He talks to you about the mass shadow generator without having said its name yet. He talks to you about Malachor V, and then he's just fucking gone. You know, can we save the universe this time, General? And then gone. All right. What do we got here? We got time to put on Master Speed and Enlightenment. Thank you for the XP. You just not want to do that? Okay. Enlightenment. Let's get it. Yeah, y'all ain't shit. Easy. Oh. Easy. Easy. And a short lightsaber, I'll take it. And then I will, can I leave? I can, that's very funny. Bye. I can run back and get that little bit of extra XP from that one beast, but I will not be doing that. What I will be doing is filling out the map really quick. But yeah, there is and maybe in the final episode of the Let's Play, or of the podcast, I will go over a list of the stuff that has been restored by the restoration mods. And maybe some of the stuff that we kind of just did this on the most recent episode. There's a couple of things that got yanked out, including a scene between Vsauce and Mandalore on the Ravager, which we talked about and you heard a clip of back on the podcast if you're listening. But yeah, there's a big list of stuff on, I want to say is it deadlystream.com forum that lists out what all has changed because of the TSL CRM, and also like some stuff that hasn't changed, stuff that was, there's enough, this was written about as, or this was in the game files, but there weren't enough things to implement it, or etc. Hi. Yeah, that's how I felt it was going to go. Oop, oop, oop. Let's get some kills in. One. Oop. Oh, it didn't get the kill on him. Wild. Will we please get the proper attack? Can we get our buffs up? Oh god, please do the buff. I'm begging you to do the buff. There we go. And y'all two over there were just like chilling? Y'all are just like, what if we just don't do anything? Okay, well, don't worry. You don't have to do anything. There we go. Alright. So when Traya said there are two paths, is it these? Is it like the left path and the right path? We do one we don't do very much anymore. Give me a second. Watch this. Get enlightenment on. Get speed up. And then let's hit him with the old advanced lightsaber throw. Whop. That didn't really do any damage. But it's fun. It's fun to do. Okay. Stasis field. Yeah, as expected. Okay, what if can I, does advanced lightsaber throw work for, probably not, right? This isn't gonna crit, no? Okay, well, I tried. Really wishing I had Force Storm to cut my way through these assholes. I guess I should make like a Traya Academy save, huh? Traya Academy. Alright, get carving. Oh, I did get a level. Okay. Oh my god, I was trying to do a force stasis and I didn't get there. Alright, skills. Let's get his persuade and awareness are the big ones always. I'll keep security up. I'll keep up computer use and repair. And then powers. Hey, speak of the devil. Speak of Force Storm. I guess I don't get Force Lightning, but still, maybe that'll help speed my way through this. Alright, so that's some sort of... That's Traya's Crescent. Not going there yet. That's also that. Let's see how it feels. Did that. Let's see how Force Lightning hits. No, not worth it. If it was Force Storm, maybe. And maybe I'll still get another couple levels somehow, you know? Master Speed. And get Enlightenment ready to go. And use it. Gotten good enough to where this just hits every time now, huh? Oh, a metal box. It's been a minute, metal box. How you been? Components. Great. Great. Alright, let's go see what the other side of this place has to offer. Let's quick save. It's Enlightenment Speed. Well, we got the kill, so... Oop, 2 more guys. Come on. There we go. Well, you know what? I'm just gonna... What if we hit you with a power attack? Just for fun. Yeah. That was cool. That was a great animation. Getting to see some new animations here at the end because I'm doing the 2-weapon fighting stuff, you know? It's nice. Damn. Damn. It's brutal. It's even more brutal than that time I killed like 70 Gand. Remember that in the Jektar? Thought that was bad. This is worse. Oh wow, I got the stun off the critical hit. Or off the critical strike. Damn, got it again. We'll try to stun again. Stasis field. There we go. A little double jump action. There we go. Clear this out. Get speed going. It's funny, Godo was like, I gotta protect all the ancient Sith stuff because it's important for it to exist in the galaxy for balance reasons. And it's like, oh, what type of ancient Sith stuff is there? Spooky pyramids. Oh, and then Traya's proving grounds, huh? I see. We have the Crescent and we have the proving grounds. I'll have to check the... Oh, man. Let's go get some kills. Wow. 5 of them, huh? And some more down there. You know. It's cute that they're starting to bring Sith assassins that have lightsabers at least now. So they weren't even doing that at first. Sorry, that's a Dark Jedi Apprentice. There's your difference. I don't know that I've taken real damage yet. I'm out of my buffs. Let's do a regular attack. That's how much I respect you. Wow, I put my lightsabers away for a second. That's very funny. A forbidden technique. All right. Oh, and look, we get to do one piece of security. Oh, good. A prototype shield. All right. Is there a write-up? Is there something here in... Wow, this is not even a... There's not even a quest for this? No? Okay. Let's do a save. Then our options here are... Oh, wait. That one says Traya's prison. So there's Proving Grounds. Then over here is Prison. Okay, so that's... I thought it said Crescent before. I think it did say Crescent before, but we're going to go to the prison and save our friends. Eotrin Braceman armor. Let's do a save right up here, just in case this is wrong. I'm going to need to save, or load and come back. But I'm pretty sure what I want is to go to the prison. Academy clear. Come over here. Yeah, it says Traya's Crescent, but the map said prison. Interesting. Let's see. Doesn't seem like a prison to me, but what do I know? Oh. Think about how much better this will be once we have a party. If we get a party, I don't remember if we actually get a party here. Malachor door. Oh, Sith Lord. You don't get a name, you're just Sith Lord? Okay. Let's see the Lord in you. Your Lord was not lording hard enough. Ah, lab station. For in case you need to make some stuff. Door seal underlayer Mark V. I don't think I can wear that in my stuff. This isn't the right type anyway. This is the like make break down stuff one, huh? Yeah. Which is not particularly useful unless I want to make a D package that I can't even wear because my constitution is too low. So, okay. Let's heal. Did I go past it? Yeah, Master Heal. There it is. So I could turn in there, but let's peek in here first. Speed and Enlightenment. Marauder, Assassin. Interesting. Okay, so these are like prestige class guys. That's fun. Can we get a stun on you? No. Don't need it though. Oh. Woke up in time to block, but not twice. The Marauder is dead. See ya. Strengthening Underlay Mark V. That I might be able to use if they give me a spot to put it in. And speed. Oh, Sith Commandos. They aren't going to be able to resist this. There we go. This looks like it might be a prison. Damn, you put random dude in the prison? That's a shame. That guy lived... These are people who lived through Malachor. Oh, Nomi's robe. Didn't I already have one of these, or did I not? Did I lose this before? Wisdom +4, regenerate force points 3. Is that better or worse? That's worse, I think. Though that one might be upgraded with some good stuff. Nomi displayed incredible affinity for the Force, but only after she reluctantly pursued Jedi training following the death of her husband Ander. Yeah, that's right. Nomi Sunrider. Yeah, I think what we got is going to be what we rock to the end of all this. You know. So that connects. Ooh, what's here? A corpse is a container you open, whatever the fuck I said. This corpse holds a powerful lightsaber crystal made from the emanations of the dying Jedi. Interesting. Crystal. Hurricane. The Hurricane Crystal. Upgrade lightsaber. Damage 1 to 8 unstoppable. On hit knockdown 18. Okay, DC 18. The very rare Hurricane Crystal is best known for its unparalleled beauty. When using a lightsaber, the dark gemstone creates a devastating beam that can partially penetrate defenses. Great. Okay. Okay. Now there is a way that could be really good. I just need to remember. I think that there might be some crystals in this game that go into the main, like, the crystal slot instead of the, like, upgrade slot. And if that's one of those, then maybe we're good. I didn't mean to use that, but I'll take it. I'll call that not even a misclick. Alright, we got more doors. Okay, that one goes somewhere else. Let's clear these first. Chemicals. Corpse. Lightning gloves. We've used those. Another corpse. Corpse is a box you open? What the fuck did I say? I was feeling myself when I said whatever that was. Zabrek field armor. Quick save. This looks like a prison. But no one's here. Interesting. Does this now reconnect up? I think it does. Ah, hey guys. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Let's get you all for stasis, please. I'm not even going to buff. I'm just going to run in. There we go. Oh, there's a workstation. But let's loot these remains first. I need that sonic grenade. Alright, let's see if I'm right about this. No, I'm wrong. This is not one of those. This is just one of these, right? Yeah, it just goes in there. I mean, it's fine. But the strength dex one is just going to be better. It's like not... Is it... Am I wrong about this? Is this like really good and I don't understand it? Like, I know unstoppable damage is really good. I found the Reddit post immediately. Hurricane Crystal, big deal. Why do they throw that Hurricane Crystal at you at the end of KOTOR 2? Like, it's a big deal. I mean, sure, it's good, but unless you're fighting something with a shield, Pontite or Barab or Ingot, or even better, and nothing in Traya's Academy has shields. Whoop-de-doo. I guess it'd be great if you haven't found a Pontite or Barab Ingot the whole game. Yeah, I feel like maybe part of what's happened here is just like, you know, I've gotten all the good stuff already. So, and you know, something like this even is not that good if what you're not looking for is the keen. You know, I like having my stats be big, and so I've gone that route. But I do think, oh man, yeah, this stuff is just so good. Yeah, I don't know. Anyway. Maybe better than one of these? Okay, yeah, I'll put it in my offhand one. It's better than that 1 to 6. For sure. Right? Because this is just 1 to 6 physical. I'd rather have 1 to 8. There we go. That's better. And then is this just +3 +2? I mean, they're gonna all be dark side. So I'll put the Solari in here too. Assemble. Yeah, okay. I mean, actually what I could do is I could put the Solari on. No, I'm gonna leave it where it is. We're fine. We are good. We don't need to do all this. Then I will consider, what do I have in here? Okay, yeah, fine. I considered. Easy. Yeah, fine. Nath Cowling. Oh, we can't wear Nath Cowling because I'm not dark side. Great. Whoa. Every time we come out of it on here, it's like more of that. I don't remember fighting this guy, but okay. And let's save. And let's look at... Okay, I see where we are. Okay, so we'll go up and then west. Right? Should we go up, up? Did we not finish clearing that northern part? It looks like we didn't. Oh, I missed some remains. Oh, another Nomi's robe. They're all over the place here. Oh, weird. You see the map? There's like another side. Like this. It's not that this wall is fake. It's that there's like another room right on the other side of that wall. That's very funny. Hey, guys. Hey, Darth. Ooh, lightning. Okay, Force lightning. Oh, you big shot. Let's see how that holds up. Oh, I didn't even see this guy here. Oh, that's such a shame. There's one over there too, huh? There we go. All right, Matrix armor. It's always Matrix armor now. Enlightenment. No one? No one in this door or this room? Okay. Ah, here they all are. Stasis field. Thank you. And let's start getting to work. Oh, survived the flurry, or survived the onslaught, I guess. I don't think the flurry actually triggered is what happened there. Alright, slowed you. Let's critical strike you. There we go. Looking very gothic today. Let's get a stasis field up. Oh. One guy lived. Or one guy resisted the stasis. Nice. There we go. Cleared that right up. Life support pack. Life support pack. Life support pack. Could it be? Ah, Verpine prototype shield. Verpine prototype shield. Don't have my buffs up. Give it a couple. Give it 2 swings. Okay, I'll buff up. Fuck it. Ooh, I'm actually a little hurt. These buffs will help. Yeah. There it is. Echo belt. Automation gloves. Mental boost D package. And let's heal. So many force points now, like I'm healing it. You're not even like seeing the blue bar dip under the top of the thing. Who do you think built this place? You think Traya built this, or you think it was here on the planet the whole time and we just didn't know? I think Revan did. I think Revan had it built for Traya. That means you go first, champ. Everybody else is sleepy. Honestly, good job holding out the whole time there. I'm just gonna re-up on the stasis field, but... yeah, okay. These guys take some hits. I'm impressed. I took some hits there too, actually. I wasn't really paying attention. I was kind of zoning out. And look at me. I'm low on health. Good news is I have infinite health button now. Adhesive grenade. Should have tried to use that and then run away. Echo belt. I gotcha. Oh, was that the spot just now? Yo, it's here. It's this wall is where that workshop bench is. I see. Cool. Speed. Enlightenment. Clear this dead end. Weird. But okay. Ooh, they both resisted. I'll try it one more time. Okay, one of them didn't. They're gonna pay for it. He forced breach just in case they got some stuff going. It's so funny that like it takes until this final level of the game of Felinar armor to get to fights that last long enough that like it feels like a good idea to do a buff in the middle of them. You know? That's back to Traya's Academy. I kind of went through there by mistake. I didn't mean to do that, but okay. Where are we? Oh, we're up left. Interesting. Okay. Hey man, you just gonna watch? Kind of rude. Sorry. Hey lady. Yeah, okay. I know that model. Know that character model. Let's open up these crates. Freyer's Warblade, probably a Wookiee thing. And then let's get speed. And then let's get enlightenment ready to go. I'm gonna save again. I feel like I'm not sure if this is where I want to be. Am I lost? There we go. Oh, it's the dinner table. I see. It's funny, we're back here, but you see where we are? We're like up to the side. Sion gonna be in here? It feels like we're like nearing a boss fight, but maybe that's gonna be north through that, and then this will connect us back to whatever the other side would have been if we'd gone the other way. Which, let's go the other way. Let's explore the whole zone. I like these big office rooms. I mean, like, they're really spacious. Sound's gonna bounce around in a real... I would never want to record in here, you know, without the right mic setup, for sure. And then master speed again. Let's open the door and kill whoever's here. There you all go. Maybe I will level up again and get Force Storm at the rate this is all going. There's so many guys to fight here is all. This is also, you know, another point for, I don't know that HK dungeon was useful, because, my god, it's not like there wasn't a big one already at the very end of this level. Oh my god, I just crashed. There was that visual runtime library crash. Christ, I'm glad I just saved. Let me relaunch the game and hope for the best. It would be very KOTOR II of it to fall apart completely at the very end of this Let's Play, wouldn't it? Let's put this into a window so that OBS can see it. Okay. Let's make sure OBS is seeing it. Then let's hit load game. Am I lost? Yeah, well, in a sense. In a sense. Take 2. I don't love that it's doing that, but we are right here at the end, right? So... Oh, I see where we are, right? We're still on this side. Fuck. Okay. It's fine. We'll just be quick. Okay. Easy. Nothing to loot. Nothing to loot. Nothing to loot. Open the door. Stasis. We'll stay on Critical Strike since I do think it's the best thing I have. There we go. Nothing to loot. There's some boxes. You'll see I got the same Nomi Sunrider robe. Okay, at Traya's Proving Grounds. Had I already gone through here before and I just don't remember it? I think I did. Okay, let's really save, given we just had a crash. Proving Grounds. Loot. I know this is a wild thing to say in the very final episode. Loot is generated when you first come onto a map. And so, for instance, just now when I came in here, loot was all just loaded, or like was created for this zone. And so, if I, for instance, loaded the save from before coming through the door, it would then start not fresh, but like it would reload, it would re-roll all the loot for this level. It might be the case that certain things do get generated per opening of a thing, but I don't remember which ones that might be. Damn, I guess I didn't get to disable that one. The other thing I could have put the points into before was like disable droid field or whatever, which would have gotten them all at once. But fuck all that. Get my enlightenment up. Let me get a heal in. Hey guys. Oh, you got up, huh? Not for long, you didn't. Ali Makito's robe. I don't even know why I'm looting stuff at this point, you know? Like, what am I gonna find that's gonna be a big enough deal that I'd be like, yo! I just don't think that there's much left in the chamber for them to be exciting. Please get dude. Please get dude. Oh, was that not a kill? That was not a kill. Okay. Okay, good block. Less good block. There we go. This looks like the short way. Yeah, where am I? I'm in Proving Grounds, right, okay. Nothing up here at all? Okay. I wish I could reorder my moves in my up-down menu down there. I know if I was playing mouse and keyboard, I could just hotkey it. But instead, I've had to remember that it's 5 button presses. It's 5 steps away. For a second, I forgot how the interface worked, and I thought the name of the person I was fighting was Master Critical Strike. It's like, oh, Master Critical Strike. There's got to be like a Darth Critic, or, you know, Kratos or something, right? Darth Critical. Oh, I missed some remains. Missed that Mandalorian disintegrator. Come on. There it is. Okay. Which I wonder, is Force Lightning any good here? It's fine. Let's clear these guys. Great. Nothing to loot in here. Nothing to loot in here. Like, quick save again. I'm so crash conscious now. I'm just like, ugh. Oh. I went the wrong way for my Force Enlightenment that time. I'll take it. I'll take some battle meditation. I think that also works on the person who's done it. Whoa, a lot of you guys, huh? Ooh, big time resists. Let's run in deeper and try that again. Okay, that's fine. Now let's clean up house. Clean shop. Clean shop, clean house. Clean house. Clear shop. Can't lose. How does language? How do language do? That just there was, I think, what the game talks about mechanically in terms of there being like a D&D style cleave system, where if you're close enough, you auto, like all of this is, I think that, because these are all one-hit kills. All right, look at that. I'll take the life support packs. Like, you truly do never know when I'll be in a hard boss fight where it's just important I have the highest possible heal every turn available without spending a round on it. It's fun that Traya seems to have used Sion and Nihilus to outfit her with an army for me to mow through. You know, a meditation chamber. Okay, and then West Cells. Let's go West Cells first. There we go. Yesterday, these dudes were all listening to Sion. Or today, you know, and then she shows up and is like, you all listen to me now. And they're like, yeah, of course, yeah. Everything you say is true. That most of all. Alright, we already went that way. That's where we came from. Is this different cells? Yeah, east cells, okay. Aha! Yeah, I see. I see. Mandalore's here too. Great. And Vsauce. But not Atten, because Atten ran away. Oh, and Mira. God, who do we bring here? Mira's from here. If we actually get to bring anybody, I guess. Prisoner cannot be opened. Nearby terminal. Nearby terminal. Nearby terminal. You know, what if they left one open? What if the one with the disciple they left open just because, you know, they were like, yeah, he can come. He can come out. You can get stuck with him if that's what you want. Keep enlightenment ready. Okay, and door. And there's a terminal. Let's save. Friends? Access system commands. Save party members or kill party members. Why would I do that? I mean, I just, you know, let's see it. Let's just see it. I just saved, you know? This is a wild thing to do. This is the goofiest shit that you could possibly do. Also, none of them ever learned exiting system, dark side points gained. How far dark does that make me? Barely at all. Can I loot them? No. Do I get their loot? I must get their loot, right? I don't think I did. That's so funny. Oh, I must have, because some of these must... No. That's so funny. They don't get to defend themselves? You don't get like a confrontation? There's no big conversation? Is that a restoration thing? Okay, I'm loading, obviously. I'm checking the list. I'm checking the restoration list to see if that's a thing. If that's from... One second, let me pull this up. TSL CRM changes. I check the thing. What's restored? Scrolling. Telos. Nar Shaddaa. Duxon. Here we go. I don't think it is. Oh, the thing where it says Traya's prison cells is from the restoration. That's weird, because there's prison cells on both of these sides, so it's weird that they would... okay. Yeah, no. I think that was maybe in the game to begin with. Very weird one, but okay. Access system commands, open cell doors.
The Sith must be stopped.
Yeah, dude.
If they destroy the Jedi, the Republic will fall and my people will be eradicated or enslaved.
Wow. And they will be, but that's something I'll have to do alone. I need your expertise of Malachor to escape, to escort my team out of here. Wait, and they will be. But that's... Oh, the Sith will be stopped. I thought he meant, like, and your people will be eradicated, but that's something I have to do alone. They shall be dealt with. You were here during the war, so I trust you to know how to lead the team back to the ship. I need your expertise of Malachor to escort my team out of here.
I never went to the surface. Only the sky above it.
So you've never been here before?
The world is taboo to Mandalorians.
Ah.
We only came here when the Republic fleet gathered, and we knew it was our only chance to stop them.
Why is it taboo to Mandalorians? Interesting. Well, you're here now, and I need you to help everyone get to safety, and yet, after all, we ended up at the same place. Clear your way back to safety and await until I'm finished here.
I can't say I'm happy to be back here, but I believe we can do what must be done.
I mean, I would take a little help. Some of y'all could... 1 to 2. I have 2 party slots. Go get T3. Bye. Bye. Farewell to my friends. I don't really think I need to do it alone. I think that's the friends make along the way. Though maybe there is something here of, like, you know, all of the doubt that the Exile has being tied to, like, oh, I'm manipulating my friends, I'm doing force bond type shit. Let's get buffed. I'm gonna waste this whole stun sequence, but I'll just restun. Oh, I just didn't attack there, huh? Annoying. There we go. I should have saved after freeing everybody. I'll do a quick save right now. There we go. Remains. Life support pack. Great. Okay. Okay, so Atten is still here somewhere, obviously. Let me get that part of the map. Don't worry. I'm still me. Oh, we missed, like, the southwest here, huh? Okay, I'm glad I peeked. Damn. Thing a person who had a really great career but doesn't anymore says. Glad I peeked. You know, it's good that at least I peeked for a little while there. That was good. Re-up on Enlightenment. Oh, y'all are jumping. Well, y'all were jumping for a second. Be careful who you jump, lest ye become the jumpet. Oh, a Xercium rifle, huh? Oh, it should also go without saying that the HK coming to save the remote is also TSL CRM stuff. That is not. As written, it is just 100%. The Godo shows up and is like, we're gonna wait and see what the Exile says. Josh, a mentor belt? Am I already wearing one of those? No, I'm wearing an Aratech plus Constitution joint. I have 3 of these. Okay, so probably not a big deal. However, I did level. You get a power. They said it couldn't be done, but I think your boy's gonna get Force Storm. And defeat. Maybe I get Master 2-Weapon Fighting to become invincible. The journey to having a whole second build inside of my build is now complete. Let me just look at what my stats look like when I've used Force Enlightenment, which I think gives both. Yeah, it gives you. Oh, wow! I didn't realize this. Does Enlightenment give you speed? I should have. Oh, y'all have been yelling at me. Someone in the chat right now is like, "Why are you casting both?" I didn't realize this. Hold up. Is it this? Speed, armor, and valor are all used. I did not realize this. That's wild. I see. Do I even have good armor? Force armor? I don't think I do, because it uses the best speed, armor, and valor powers. And I have good armor, I have good speed, but I think I only have level 1 aura. I should have been raising that, is what I should have been raising. Let's see how lightning feels, and if it doesn't feel good, I'm just gonna boost. For some reason, I thought that enlightenment was, I thought it was valor and aura, and like maybe a barrier or battle meditation or something. I did not realize that it was speed also. That's incredible. Let's just see how this feels. Feels pretty good, guys. I don't know. I think I'm gonna keep it. I'm simply gonna win all of these 5. Damn, I wish I'd had this a little earlier. That's a shame. That's fine. All right, I don't need to make anything. Let's quick save again. Let's roll with it. God, I wish I'd used it. If I used it first, I would have realized maybe. Maybe I didn't. So I always used it together. This is wild. They've been playing the game like this the whole time? What are we doing? Holy. You know what, one? Oh, wow, I got the cleave hit at the end there. This is wild. I mean, I guess I haven't been playing it quite like this, because what I've done is made a character who is really fairly tanky, all said, even without enlightenment on, even without all of my defense and shit. And so I am really in a good place to just stand still and take some hits while doing this. Speaking of, let's get that up, and then, yeah, let's just burst them. Unbelievable. And look how much how many force points I still have. What are we talking about? And this should bring me back to the regular entrance of the academy, I believe. Let's see if this is right. Yeah, that took me back around to there. All right, cool. So let's zip back through and go up that other place. Oh, some Marines. That's what I have on now, I think. Oh, I wish I had double checked what this did. Feeling like a goof. It's interesting, though, that I will say this. Enlightenment does all 3 of those skills, but it doesn't, like, they don't all last the same amount of time. They last their normal amount of time. Gotten a bunch of shit. But I'm just cool about it this time. Maybe I'm just fine. I don't know why it just started bugging me again. I'm sorry. Let me just do it from here. We're getting there, though. We are just about towards the end, I think. This is like, we've now cleared the Crescent. We've cleared the Proving Grounds. There's 2 more zones in this game, and then we'll be done. Maybe that's why I'm letting myself be annoyed by this thing that's been there the whole game. In the top right corner, the flashing icon of you have something in your inventory, which hadn't bugged me all game until now, but is now bugging me. Maybe it's because I just don't want it to end. Maybe I'm just like, this is where I'm supposed to be. Oh, more remains. Got a new lens. All right, Chase Academy, and this is the north part. Let's do a real save again. I'm going to say Academy Hall. There we go. There we go.
So you have come to die like the Jedi before you. This planet is a graveyard for your kind. She thinks you should be spared, but only so you might suffer. You will break, and when you do, you will die. Why she would bother with one such as you is something I will never understand.
Where is Traya, Sion? What is this place? Your master is using you. She hopes I will kill you here as a test of my strength. Traya values me as a teacher, values her student, Let's end this. I bear no hatred for you, but I must pass. Enough threats. Are you ready to die? I think I want to walk through some of this stuff. I'm not sure if there's a classic cutoff point here, but we did just save. What is this place?
It is ancient. A relic that survived the destruction of Malachor. It was always here. Far before the Mandalorian Wars.
There we go.
It draws death and hate to it. Channels it. Atrocities feed its power. And with its power, it creates hunger. Many Jedi have been consumed by it.
But where did it come from?
It has been here for thousands of years. It is a place where the Sith teachings run strong. It is the threshold of the borders of an ancient empire. Traya says it was a place of reflection for the ancient Sith. A gateway to their lands.
The ancient
It drew
Sith.
Lord Revan, and it calls to her as well. She said that the teachings here will lead one to the Sith, the true Sith, and all their shadowed worlds. This place led Revan to the graveyards of Korriban and beyond.
Do you know what happened to Revan?
It does not matter. The Lord Revan had the galaxy at his feet, could have made it strong. At the height of his power, he left this place, fled this galaxy. Like you,
fled
Revan
this
touched
galaxy
power and turned away. The chance to heal this fractured galaxy, and he turned away. I was there when the Academy on Korriban fell, and the Sith turned on one another like beasts. Our chance at an empire, destroyed by Revan.
Where is Traya, Sion?
She awaits on the Traya core in the heart of this planet, but you will never reach her.
Traya values me as a teacher values her student. Oh, am I that deep in still? Do I really still feel that way? I don't think so. I think we got to go back to Columbo investigation, just cut through it all. Your master's using you. She hopes I'll kill you here as a test of my strength. Columbo has never said that. Your master is using him. She hopes I will kill you here as a test of my strength.
Then it shall be proof that you are not the one she seeks, and she shall accept my loyalty again.
Persuade? She has already abandoned you, Sion. You know it. You betrayed her once and failed. She has no use for you. I think she had already abandoned you. You know it. No, let's go the slightly more logical. You betrayed her once and failed. She has no use for you. Let's put it back on him.
You are wrong.
Success.
I have come farther than any of her apprentices since Revan. Even you. And I am stronger for it.
I can hear it in your voice. You know she is finished with you.
You seek to erode my will. You will not succeed.
You've eroded Sion's will, reducing his will, saves constitution and wisdom.
I am ready for you, Exile. I have waited years to see the last of the Jedi fall before me. Only one may serve my master.
And you must be really happy then that I already took care of Nihilus, huh? I guess he wasn't really serving his master anymore, though. Alright, he's gonna probably save on that each time. Not saving on that. Yep, here we go. Here comes the heal.
Now you realize the true power of the dark side. As long as the dark places of this world flow through the cracks of my flesh, I cannot be killed.
But you can be defeated. This battle was never about the flesh, it was about belief. Tell yourself that 100 times. I will strike you down 100 times. As long as I stand, I shall drive you back until there is no place for you left to retreat. This battle was never about the flesh, it was about belief. I have to re-up on Enlightenment again. I mean, I should be trying Force Storm at least once, right? Yeah, it's not that good. It's fine. What I am going to do is take a chance in the middle of this fight to use a life support pack. I have 114 life support packs, man.
You're strong. Perhaps she was correct about you. But you cannot kill me. She knows this.
Awareness, Traya respects one who will turn away from power, Sion, not one who's a slave to it. Intelligence, she's chosen because I gave up the Force and you could not. Let go and you will understand. Persuade, she's already chosen. Sion, she's only using you to test me. Sion, you may not die, but she has no use for one who betrayed her. Surrender now. I don't want to kill you. I think awareness. Traya respects one who can turn away from power, Sion, not one who is a slave to it.
There is no life without the Force. The Force is a blade. Without it, one is defenseless.
Yet I survived, and I'm strong enough to face you now. The Force is only a part of what life is, Sion. You feel it, but do not understand it. You are afraid to let go of power, then that is weakness. Or if you are afraid to let go of power, then that is weakness. Force is a blade, without it one is defenseless. Yet I survived, and I'm strong enough to face you. The Force is only part of what life is, Sion. You feel it, but you do not understand it.
The Force is pain. The Force is focus. The Force is that which drives the strong and kills the weak. I shall teach you this, and in so doing spare you the pain that awaits.
Surrender now, Sion. I don't want to kill you.
You are the one who will fall. Die, Jedi.
I don't think that's true. I'm gonna force enlightenment and use a heal, because I have 113 or whatever. A little drain, huh? Look at that. 2 hits, man.
You will not pass.
It's not your line. Persuade, Sion, even you should beat me. Should you beat me. I'll come back to them, because that's what I'm going to do. You're weakening, Sion. I can feel it. Even your control can't keep your body together. You only delay the inevitable. Sith Lords surrender, and I shall spare you. This is the end for you, Sion. I swear it. I cannot be beaten. Serve me, and I shall spare you. Persuade. Sion, even should you beat me, Traya has marked you for death. You know this.
There is truth in your words.
Success.
But there is nothing left for me except my master.
You've eroded Sion's will, reducing his will saves constitution and wisdom.
I fight because it is the power that the Force fills me with. To survive. To inflict the pain on others. I can die 100 times, Exile, and still I will rise again as strong as before.
Alright, Vegeta. Enlightenment. Critical strike. Flurry attack. Oh, down to a knee.
I will not fall. I cannot die.
You have fallen and you are dead. You only must admit it. Get up, Sith Lord, and I will prove that you can die. You've already been defeated, Sion. Surrender, and I will spare you.
Why? Why did she choose you? What makes you able to defeat me? Defeat me here?
Because I was able to turn away from it, and you could not. In giving up the Force, one can gain strengths that would be impossible otherwise. The place is not what matters, it is the man. It is simple. As she did, I was forced to survive without the Force. That is what she respects. I think in giving up the Force, one can gain strengths. That's strength focused still. No, I think that's probably right. Right? Or is it is simple. As she did, I was forced to survive without the Force. That is what she respects. Yeah, I think because I was able to turn away from it and you could not.
It is not possible to walk away from such things unscarred. To keep living when the universe dies around you.
Who said anything about being unscarred? It is difficult, yes, but in making such decisions is what strength is. To face death and keep standing, it leaves scars, yes, but it leaves room to heal. If that's what you believe, you lie to yourself. To face death and keep standing, it leaves scars, yes, but it leaves room to heal.
The Force is who I am. The dark side fills me. It is what I am.
It is possible to live without the Force and die without it. The Force fills an empty, shattered shell. There was little left of the man you once were, you know this. And Traya hates the Force, even as she wields it. If the Force is what you are, then that is what she despises. Oof. 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 Let's do that one. It's kind of brutal, but, you know... no, let's do the Force fills an empty, shattered shell. There's little left of the man you once were, you know this. The first one is too mean, you know? I don't want to... And it kind of, like, positions me as using Traya's... I think there's a person who says this. I just don't think it's Kelmorn. I think it's a great line, but it's just not who he is. It is the truth, Sion. You feel it. Let it go. It is not such a terrible thing. What kind of life have you lived with the Force flowing through you? Was it worth living? I've beaten you. Admit it finally and surrender. It's got to be the second one here. This one, right? This one is actually like... It's mean like that one I skipped, but it's actually like cutting to the point of it, right? You know, this is a real... You've been in a lifelong battle with yourself type beat. What kind of life have you lived with the Force flowing through you? Was it worth living?
It was not. No matter how many I killed, there was no end to the pain. The blades the Force tore through my flesh. Traya, she will try to break you, to teach you how far someone can fall. Her weakness is you. She has done all this, all of it, for you. I am glad to leave this place, at last.
Peace. Remains Violet Crystal, Anacarius Sapphire, Lightsaber, Dark Jedi Master Robe. Probably can't wear that, huh? Oh, I could. Okay. Funny. Cool. Rip Sion. All right. It is time, I believe, to, oh, wow, look, it's all fucked up. That's fun. Yeah, I think it's go time. I think it's time to step in to Traya's core. Oh, a quick save on top. Oh, I knew it was going to happen. We got another runtime error. I'm so glad we just saved a second ago. Funny, the game is like coming apart at its seams as we enter the very, very, very end game. I'm glad it lasted this long. I'll be honest. I thought it would. There were times where I thought it would have fallen apart sooner and worse. Let me make this borderless. There we go. Load game. Rip Sion. All right. Like I was saying, it's come down to this. Here we go. Let me get Enlightenment ready. Traya's core. Yeah, no error this time. We've seen this place now throughout the game, through cutscenes and flashbacks. We are now here ourselves.
At last you have arrived. Is Malachor as you remember?
There's much I must ask you. Malachor has not changed, only you have. It's not too late, Traya. I can save you if you'd let me. I've come to kill you, Traya. I think I did do in the dungeon, or in the what do you call it? The Korriban cave. I did say I would try to save her. So it's not too late, Traya. I can save you if you let me. Though that's not really a direct answer to this question of Malachor hasn't changed. Only you have. I don't think that's true at all. I don't know that she has. There's much I must ask you is also very good, because it's like a real, like, there's a real return to what I want to do is just chat with you, you know? It's not too late, Traya. I can save you if you'll let me.
I have thought of this moment more than you know, and I wondered if here at this ending between us, if you would care enough to try to save me, if a Jedi could find it within themselves to spare one who has fallen so far. I wanted you to say those words. For that I am grateful. But I do not want your mercy. I want you to break.
All right, so we still get some of these. Malachor will survive, but you will not. Then let us end this. You'll answer for every betrayal, every deception. Malachor has not changed. Only you have. There's much I want to ask you. I don't think she's changed. I think we've seen who she really is. There's much I want to ask you.
You no doubt have many questions. I would be a poor teacher if I did not give you the answers you seek here now.
Why did you destroy Atris?
I never destroyed Atris. She had destroyed herself. I merely stripped away the illusion and brought her truth. Her teachings could not be allowed to continue, and like Malachor, she was part of your past, unresolved. She needed to be something you could confront and defeat one last time. It was part of your training, part of what was needed to make you complete. And there must always be a Darth Traya. The galaxy needs its betrayers, especially in the times to come. She loved you, you know, as one loves a champion. You were all that she could not be.
Two things here. One, there must always be a Traya. We obviously have been thinking about that in relationship to Atris and Traya, and maybe Aaron K, depending on how you read things. But the revelation of the Trayus Academy is thousands of years old, is connected to the ancient Sith Empire, the Sith Empire that's at the border that, you know, Korriban is also at the border of, suggests that she's not the first Darth Traya either, right? There's been secretive Trayas throughout the history of Star Wars, which is a fun little fill-in-the-blank thing for anyone out there who wants to, like, go write fanfic or run a D&D game, or like a Star Wars RPG, which related, that's the other thing. There's a real Traya as GM thing happening here. We've talked a lot about the game as critique of early 2000s video games, but there's also like, or you know, in the lineage of games critiquing game design. But there is also like Traya as game master, Traya as narrative designer. Oh, you had to go fight Atris again because that's part of your story arc, is what she just told us, right? Like, she was not a resolved part of your past. We had to give you a moment where you could go resolve the past, whether that is thinking about it as like the whiteboardification of narrative design inside of video games, because like, oh yeah, here are all the elements of the protagonist, we had to make sure those all get resolved, or if that goes back to like this sort of narrative best practices that emerge both through Hollywood writing, but even beyond that through not best practices, but through narratological academic study, whether that's through you know, in creative writing courses or in sort of Joseph Campbellian style story structure, mythopoetics, you know, ethnography, and you know, anthropological studies of world storytelling, world religion, world faith, world myth, etc. Right? And here's Traya being like, the thing that happens is the hero goes and confronts the unresolved conflict, and in this case, the one who loved you like a champion. You were all that she could not be. She never mentioned such feelings. Okay. I thought she had nothing but contempt for me. I have no time for these reminiscences. She is defeated, and that's all that matters. You destroyed her, and you will answer for it. I by the end, she did never mention the feelings, but, you know, I thought she had nothing but contempt for me. That's, I want to like keep talking about the Atris feelings. We've made that so core. She never mentioned such feelings.
Yes. It is all that is left unsaid upon which tragedies are built.
Yeah.
More echoes traveling through the Force.
This academy won't last, Traya. I can activate the mass shadow generator again. Now let's stay on questions here. Why have you done this?
It is said that the Force has a will. It has a destiny for us all. I wield it, but it uses us all, and that is abhorrent to me, because I hate the Force. I hate that it seems to have a will, that it would control us to achieve some measure of balance when countless lives are lost. But in you, I see the potential to see the Force die, to turn away from its will, and that is what pleases me. You are beautiful to me, Exile. A dead spot in the Force, an emptiness in which its will might be denied.
A dead spot in the Force. And that is what pleases me. You are beautiful to me, Exile. A dead spot in the Force, an emptiness in which it might be denied. Let me just quickly open up the Traya facts page, and let me take a look here. I'm gonna need to add Traya hates the Force and hates that it has a will and hates that it has a destiny for us all, and would control us to achieve some measure of balance when countless lives are lost. Let me just add that to the document really quick. Okay. If you hate the Force, why do you use it? If technology is bad.
I use it as I would use a poison, and in the hopes of understanding it, I will learn the way to kill it. But perhaps these are the excuses of an old woman who has grown to rely on a thing she despises.
You were manipulating me all along.
Yes, always. From the moment you awoke, I have used you. I have used you so that you might become strong, stronger than I. I used your death to deceive the Sith, to make them believe they had won, so they would turn on each other.
So you used me to get revenge on Sion and the others.
I used you to keep the Lords of the Sith from condemning the galaxy to death with their power unchecked. I used you to lure them to Telos, where they could be at last fought and killed. I used you to reveal Atris's corruption so that her teaching could be ended before it began. I used you to gather the Jedi so they could be destroyed. Dude. And I used you to make those who wounded me reveal themselves so they could be killed by the Republic.
Why me?
Perhaps you were expecting some surprise, for me to reveal a secret that had eluded you, something that would change your perspective of events, shatter you to your core. There is no great revelation, no great secret. There is only you.
But there were other Jedi you could have chosen.
No, there were not. In times past and in times future, there are Jedi who will stop listening to the Force, those that will try to forget it but maintain unconscious ties, and those, as in the past, just as I, who have had the Force stripped from them. But no Jedi ever made the choice you did. To sever ties so completely, so utterly, that it leaves a wound in the Force. It was a mistake to try to make you feel it again, I see that now. There is no truth in the Force, but there is truth in you, Exile, and that is why I chose you.
God, there is no truth in the Force, but there is truth in you, Exile. What happens now?
The apprentice must kill the master. If you do not, I will kill you. If I do not, then all you have achieved will be as nothing, as empty and as violent as Malachor itself.
Oh, I will not fight you. You will answer for every betrayal, every deception. Then let us end this. Malachor will survive, but you will not. I will not fight you.
Then you will break. And then, my apprentice, you shall die.
It's not too late, Traya. I can save you if you let me. I think this will loop us.
I have thought of this moment more than you know, and I wondered if here, at this ending between us, if you would care enough to try to save me, if a Jedi could find it within themselves to spare one who has fallen so far. I wanted you to say those words. For that I am grateful. But I do not want your mercy. I want you to break.
Yeah, we've looped back around. There's much more I want to ask you. I'm going to go back so we can get to... The Academy here won't last, Traya. I can activate the mass shadow generator again.
More talk of machines and threats. If you would end Malachor, then do it. But it will not be a victory for you. And of course you must be willing to die. To kill us all. And your friends. You may hold Malachor in your grasp. But I hold the answers to your past and future in mine. Would you destroy us both before learning them? If so, then do it, for you have already failed me.
These are the same things, so if I had to, I would. You have to be stopped.
I know, but there is more than death in this galaxy, and you shall not find it easy. It was difficult to draw you here, but it had to be done. This place is your last test. It is the graveyard of the past, where you lost everything. It is the dark place in your mind that still echoes of failure. Now we shall see if you can overcome the weight of Malachor and silence the echoes that beat from its heart.
Then let us end this. All right. Force. Enlightenment. Please. Do a little, critical strike. Ooh, she has hands, huh? I probably can't stasis field her, right? Can I force breach her? I can. Let me try stasis one more time. Yeah, she's gonna be saving, I think. She is strong as shit. God damn. Let's get some heals on. I should have been doing this the whole time. I have all of those kits. Life support pack. Every round, life support pack. We gotta get Enlightened back up. This is a real fucking fight. She is doing it. I have all sorts of other buffs I could be activating, I know, but I think we got this. I think we got this. Alright. Whew. Okay. And so the Master falls. Are you ready to die, old woman? I don't need your teaching anymore. I've defeated you in both mind and body. Yield, Traya. You need not die.
If you do not kill me, I shall end you. Strike me down. End this.
It shall be my pleasure. Then prepare yourself. I will make this quick. No, this is already over. Your life is yours, Traya, and you cannot teach me anymore. I am a Jedi. I will not strike down a defenseless opponent. Let's go with 2 here. No, this is already over. Your life is yours, Traya, and you cannot teach me anymore. Oh, okay.
You will not show me mercy. I will see you break before you do.
And this is the thing that was in the Traya, the Darth Traya Funko Pop, which was the floating lightsabers, the 3 floating lightsabers, which is funny to me. Damn, I can't advance. Can I stasis field them? Are they stasisable? Maybe not. What did they roll? That one failed. So maybe it can fail, and maybe they did get stasised, actually. It says saved, but I don't know. Can I force storm them? I think they are stasised, actually. I'm looking at it. I think they are. Okay, so I can rock that. Funny that they're like 1v1ing me. Let me get a life support pack going. I have so many. Every round, I should just be doing this. Oh, it was already a round, I guess. Is this a round? Let me get my mouse over here, it might be quicker. Yeah. Whoa, I am hurt. Was not looking. Oh, I have to get my juice up. I gotta get my my buffs. Oh boy. What I should really do is activate a shield for this last one. Usable. Alright, can I just use it from, is it armor? Where is it? Yeah. 280 points. Let's use that. Oh, fuck off. Give me the new round, please. There we go. Shield up. Let me rebuff and let me actually heal again. Burning through these life support packs. All right.
At last, it is done. You are greater than any I have ever trained. By killing me here, you have rewarded me more than you can possibly know.
Proud words. Now die, old woman. I've defeated you. You are no longer my master, and my path is my own. You have left me no choice. Traya, there is still time to save you.
Save me? You already have. It is enough what you have done. From now into the future.
What happens now? Rest now, Traya. Your time in this place is over. The future. God. Maybe just what happens now. Maybe that's... No, the future.
Many things do I see as I gaze here from the heart of Malachor. This place channels such energies. If it matters to you at this last moment, I shall look into the future and tell you of what I see. It is my last gift to you, from one exile to another.
What will happen to my friends and of my allies? What of them? What will happen to my friends?
You travel with them for so long, yet you do not know them still. Feel them through the Force, feel what they feel, hear their thoughts and know them as I fought to know you. They were the lost Jedi, you know, the true Jedi upon which the future will be built. They simply needed a leader and a teacher.
Interesting. They simply needed a leader and a teacher. Funny. What was she doing this whole time? Tell me of Mira.
She will stop hunting life and instead live it. She was not born to be a predator, despite her true father and the life she led within the shadow of Nar Shaddaa.
Her true father.
She will miss you and think of you often. You who awakened her to what life is. She will live, but only for a time. Her death will occur in many years' time on a forgotten planet, saving the lives of others. But it will be her choice, and she will have no regrets.
Hi, this is Austin from the future, cutting in. Originally, when I recorded this, I went through and I shared some of the snippets of the future for the dark side endings for each of these characters, which are interesting and I think are worth talking about, and we'll talk about them over on AMCA, because presumably Natalie and Allie will get those, and that'll be a good point of conversation. But both because I didn't want to burn that podcast early, and also because it's just not this Let's Play's version of those characters. It felt like a distraction from these moments, and so I've gone through and cut those out and dropped in some thoughts about each character where it makes sense in the space that I originally read those other outcomes. I haven't written anything down. I'm just kind of going off the top of the dome as if I did have that conversation instead when I was recording, which is why you might catch some of the footage here looping. But for Mira, I think the big things I want to just like highlight, because we're at the end of this game and it's like, okay, like, did these characters work? What do we feel about them? What might I feel about them years from now? Because I've already had that experience once with each of these characters. And I will say that, like, there's something about Mira that I'd completely forgotten since the first time I played this game, or the second time I played this game in 2010, which was like, I'd forgotten how key she is to illustrating part of the Force Bond stuff. She isn't a killer, and then she's in your party, and she is so compelling and so interesting to me. And I'd forgotten the Mandalorian connection with her. We just had Traya say your true father, which potentially connects her to a previous Mandalore, someone else important in Mandalorian culture, potentially. Who knows? Hard to say. Maybe something else that was cut content, maybe something that would have come together in KOTOR 3. As far as I know, did not come together in the Old Republic, the MMO, or anything. And so that's like interesting stuff. I'd forgotten her unique positionality with Malachor and Mandalore, or Mandalorian culture. I think that stuff is interesting. But even more than that, really, is just here's a character who's written as a pacifist, and the second she enters your party, light side or dark side, she's killing people. That's fascinating to me. And I guess the less said about Hanharr, who seems to have disappeared from this game, the better. And Mandalore?
Many battles does that one have left in him, as Revan intended. A general needs an army as he needs those he trusts. And Canderous is a loyal beast, no matter how much he is broken upon Revan's will. But you know this.
What are the Mandalorians?
They will die a death that will last millennia, until all that remains is their code, their history, and in the end, the shell of their armor upon the shell of a man too easily slain by Jedi.
Rip to Jango and Boba Fett? the armor upon the shell of a man too easily slain by Jedi, Mace cutting off Jango's head, and Luke bumping into Boba Fett. There's no different thing for light side, dark side. The Mandalorian and Mandalore stuff is the same. I think they definitely could have done a lot more with Canderous here. The core of it, the, kind of warrior who's trying to bring his people back, partly because he doesn't love what they've become, partly because his boyfriend left to the outer reaches of space and asked him to build an army, and sorry, you can't come with me. I think all of that is heat. Unfortunately, you gotta then make that character do things, and ideally, I think this is like a common thing in games writing. You want them to do things that are adjacent to the big thing, the big idea that they have, and not just the big idea that they have. It's hard to do that with limited writing time. It's hard to do that in a game where there's a bunch of characters who may or may not have quests, time to have their own unique stuff built for them. Every bit of Mandalore thing in this game is either about particularly Malachor, a message from Revan, or dealing with trying to unite the Mandalorian clans. And we don't instead, what I would have loved is to have time with a Canderous who is the person who I described at the beginning of this little detour. Someone who is caught up in a little bit of melancholy, but is putting on the face of a war hero and a great unifier and all of this other stuff. What's that guy get up to when he isn't doing the A-plot? That's kind of the juice, and I think that's part of where this style of RPG ends up going eventually. He shares some stuff in places with like Garrus, and you think about the Garrus story arc at the beginning of Mass Effect 2 where he's the Archangel, and it's like that stuff is just like, who is he in this moment? Let's tell minor stories about this person as much as we tell the big overarching grand one. We just don't get enough time with him here, and partly that's because it feels like they're doing the big swing. And Vsauce, what of her?
The blinded one shall return to her home world, and as she looked upon you, she shall look upon the surface of that world, and perhaps at last see what she was meant to see. After that I do not know. I do know that you must leave her behind. Where you are destined, you must not take anyone you love. It was Revan's choice as well.
I think Vsauce is a character who kind of works in spite of some of what she might look like on paper. This is a game obsessed with trauma, really interested in trauma, maybe I should say, but maybe over focused on women being hurt in ways that are spectacular and exploitative in some ways. We talked a lot earlier on about the way the game frames questions of violation or actions of violation. And so I think in a real way, halfway through this game, I was like, oh man, I was wrong about Vsauce. I was wrong about feeling high on Vsauce. Obviously the first time I played the game, I didn't, speed run her influence meter. I got to have all that stuff laid out over the course of the game, etc. And so I was like, well, maybe now that I've done it the way that you can do it, and you get all of the good stuff up top, and then all you get is, some of the bad stuff throughout, and then the confrontation stuff, maybe it's not going to hit this time. And it still kind of did. I think the moments that she can stand out, I loved her as the leader of our crew on Duxon. I really love the way she deflates Nihilus at the very end of that confrontation. Obviously, there are other ways you can let that go. We went over some of the many ways you can degrade her in that confrontation on AMCA, the podcast, that all kind of suck, or really it's just like, how come this is the place where I get to be so expressive is in saying that she's weak and useless? I don't get that sort of opportunity in the opposite direction with anybody, basically, ever. So it's like, it's a lot of you get to be as cruel as possible to her if you want, and that's not great. I think that I'm fine with there being dark side options in this game, but it would be nice if there was the same degree of expressivity in the other direction. But what is here really does work. I already said it, but Kelly Hu just does such a good job with this character. I think moments like the sharing your sight or the meditation would really miss if not for some really deft acting. I'll be frank, I think there are actors on this game who could not hit it, who could not deliver some of that stuff, or maybe they were just directed in such a way where based on their performances here, they couldn't get there. It doesn't seem like they could get there, but like I think she just does a great job with a character who is pulpy, is this kind of big, bold, trauma nun archetype. This kind of like dark Sith nun is a character who you could really miss with. But I like Vsauce. I really enjoyed her as part of my as a key character in this playthrough. And the disciple?
If he leaves this place, he will leave the galaxy behind him. He will sit upon the new council, reluctantly, as all good men do. And he will not forget the Jedi who had lost the Force, yet showed him the way to reclaim it.
There's been something cut from that, which is, if you remember that he is a female-only companion in the launch game, and so she normally starts, he cannot help but love you in his way, is a pure ideal love he holds, strengthened by your presence and your actions. But the rest of that, if he leaves this place, he will sit upon the new council, as all good men do, is reluctantly, as all good men do, is the same. So new Jedi Council in the future. I guess we know that because we know where Star Wars goes, right? And maybe I'll simply say, since we've already said so much about this absolute herb, played by an absolute scumbag, maybe everything that goes wrong with the Jedi from here forward is maybe tied to letting this guy be part of the council. Kel Morn, you should not have let him be part of the council, especially if you end up not sticking around, something we'll talk about in a little bit. The Handmaiden.
If she leaves this place, she will leave battle behind her, in no small part due to your influence. She will take Atris's role as historian and teach others of the Jedi Exile who gave up the Force and became stronger for it.
We have already said so many words about the Handmaiden that I am going to try to be brief here. There's stuff that really works with her, I think, especially in bullet point form on paper, which often means in the long term. I think that the core idea of you have this person who condemned you / maybe loved you and couldn't confront that love, and she doesn't trust you, but you've aligned yourself, and so she sends one of her spies, who's also sort of one of her children or one of her mentees, who's also potentially who is related to your greatest success / failure in that her parents are tied to Malachor, and at the same time is someone who has been manipulated and who has been hidden from the world by Atris. And then also someone who's being sort of watched and policed by Traya, who may or may not be her mother, or if you take my reading, maybe grandmother. All of that is fascinating. All of that is interesting. Even the Achani stuff, even the goofiest, we have to take our clothes off stuff, isn't necessarily, I don't love that stuff, but I do like the idea of like, oh yes, there's the Achani. They aren't Force users, but they do have their own sort of martial, history, and they're adjacent to the Force in many ways, and they're adjacent to the Mandalorians in many ways. I think all of that stuff is actually really fascinating, fun world building stuff. I think my one problem with the Handmaiden is she doesn't get to have any big standout moments, right? Vsauce, we just talked about, has the confrontation with Nihilus. She has taking the mask off. She has the meditation chamber. She even has the initial fight with you where she shows up and it's like, whoa, what just happened? She just jumped us. The Handmaiden's high points aren't as exciting. And so I find that she's someone who I conceptually enjoy a lot, but not someone who I think about very often when I think about KOTOR II. Or I think about her in the bullet point format, but I don't think about her in the, ooh, that moment kicks ass way. Which is a shame, because she again, she has some solid performances throughout. They're just not tied to great moments of dialogue or revelation or high, kind of high melodrama. But what about Atton?
Atton is, as always, the fool. And the Force watches out for one such as him, I feel, as it does for the old such as I.
There's a lot of things here. I quite like the Force watching out for him. It's a little admission, maybe. I think that Traya has always hated that the Force is secretly on Atton's side a little bit. There is you could fill the pages of the great epics with what I feel about Atton Rand. A character who I think, for me, lands in spite of some big missteps. I know I keep coming back to this comparison of like the bullet points work or the particular moments work. And Atton, I think, has moments of both. He also has big misses. Unfortunately, the way my brain works is sometimes those big misses have in them their own remedies for how you might read a scene or how you might rewrite a scenario. I think the stuff with him, we've talked about it. All of the stuff with him being a Sith assassin and a Jedi killer is incredible. And it has the high moment-to-moment stuff of learning Pazak in your head, of him being recognized on the streets of Nar Shaddaa, of the Handmaiden picking up his fighting style. All of that stuff is so fucking good. All the stuff with him and Traya is so fucking good. And so I find myself letting go of the really rough stuff around the way he stops being an assassin, being pushed to letting himself, choosing to kill the Jedi woman who he loved, who was sent to him. And I've read some great arguments that he was being manipulated there by her. Like, we're so critical of the Jedi moment to moment. Why would we let this character, this unnamed character, slide and say that he's wrong in saying that maybe she was manipulating him? Or maybe he doesn't say that, but it's one of the ways that the player character can actually talk about that situation if you're dark-sided. And I think that stuff's interesting, but I think fundamentally, like, the game is interested. I'm reading a lot of Alan Moore right now for Shelved by Genre. Alan Moore is very interested in the way that masculinity and heteronormativity and the patriarchy have hurt. Masculinity has, but patriarchy has hurt women. Over and over again historically, the ins and outs of it, the justifications for it, not good justifications, but the internal irrational, self-aggrandizing rationalizations for it. This is what From Hell is largely about. This is all over, we're not reading Watchmen, but it's all over Watchmen. It's all over Swamp Thing. It's all over, we're reading Promethea now. It's all over Promethea. Like, it's everywhere for him. It's a big interest of his. I think if you live in the world and you have your eyes open, it's one of these big questions is, hey, why does this keep happening? Why is this in place? And I'm interested in unpacking my own feelings around it. I get how you get there. I will say, as far as I know, and fucking knock on wood, these days, not these days, forever, this is kind of Alan Moore's point, this is what feminism's point more broadly is, forever, you never know if someone has allegations that are about to drop, but I was going to say, as far as I know, Alan Moore has not had the sorts of allegations that someone like Chris Avallone faced a few years ago. And it is really hard to play a game that is so filled with cruelty against women, violence against women, centered in a way that feels gendered. Not just there were some women there, some of that stuff is there were some women there, but if you have when you find the dead Jedi Master on Korriban, that's, sometimes a Jedi gets killed, right? But every time it's Traya getting beaten up, or Mira getting choked by Hanharr, or Vsauce being violated by Nihilus's force powers and the sight and all of that stuff, so much of that stuff is gendered in such a way that when you get to Atton describing the situation with the Jedi who came to save him, who then he has to kill, because if he doesn't kill her, she'll end up being captured and broken and turned into a Sith, and like how he had to choke her out, but he loved her as he was doing it, and all of that stuff you end up reading in a way that is just like it's impossible to untangle it from these bigger questions around violence against women, against abuse, against misogyny, and then that ends up getting caught up in both the allegations with Avallone, and then this is not. No one on this game knew this at this time, but what would end up happening with Greg Ellis, the disciple, and it's like, I just don't, you hit the off-ramp way too quick, coming way too quick. all of that is to say, I think it's justifiable to be like, fuck Atton Rand. I don't fuck with Atton Rand. None of my homies like Atton Rand, you know? Nevertheless, because I have the brain I do, I can do the rehabilitative reading of that scene that brings it to a different outcome. And the stuff that you know, is all... He is such a backbone of the rest of the game. I think he fundamentally works. I say this knowing what he's about to do and say on screen, which I will roll my eyes at momentarily. You will see. But I think there is he and Traya, their relationship with you, the secrets that they're forced, or that he's forced to keep from you, the slow revelation. He might be my little meow meow. He might have it for me in this. Truly, I think there's something there. And listen, I didn't even show you the Atton Rand romance stuff. I'm curious if Natalie or Allie will get it. There is a particular scene with Atton and the Disciple that I'm really hoping that they get, because I want to talk about it with them, with people who maybe can see the appeal or who think it's disgusting in ways that I will find funny and interesting. We will see. All right, that's my big Atton ramble. Shout outs to Atton Rand, least real one to ever do it. And you?
I would have killed the galaxy to preserve you.
Oh.
I would have let the galaxy die. You are more rare than you know, and what you have taught yourself must not be allowed to die. You are not a Jedi, not truly, and it is for that I love you.
Oh. You are not a Jedi, not truly, and it is for that I love you. I will have more to say about Traya at the very end, what I think her plans may or may not have been. You'll have to listen to A More Civilized Age, the podcast, to hear us talk at length about Traya. I don't want to go, because I could truly, I went for 6 minutes on that, and I could go for 60 on Traya. Here's what I'll say in this one moment. She is not in a position of power here, she's in a position of weakness, but not one she's scheming to get out of. She has no leverage on you. She can gain no leverage on you. And she says this. And I think it's true. And I think the most interesting thing to say about Traya is that she represents something that mentorship, teaching, maybe parenting, I'm not a parent, so maybe this isn't true. But sometimes what you want to bring out of someone is something you could never bring out in yourself, and sometimes isn't the thing you're teaching them. Sometimes you don't say, follow this lesson. You try to bring someone to a place that only they can get to themselves. You don't necessarily want to, and if you're a listener of this podcast, if you're someone who's listened to my fiction work on Friends of the Table, or the critical work I've done on Side Story and Waypoint Radio before it, or Shelved by Genre, you might recognize this thing I'm about to say that I just cut myself off in the middle of saying to say it. Sometimes you are not trying to impart your own ethos or your own views onto someone else. You are trying to be a catalyst for them such that they arrive at a different place altogether. That may include part of your ethos or your ideology or your mode of being, but does not always just look like a duplicate of you. That is who I think Traya is, fundamentally. Also a deep, deep, deep evil manipulator. And that's what makes her deeply interesting to me. And Beoder and the droids.
Their paths are unknown to me. Even the small one who waits for you outside this place. I sense it has one last journey for you. You must go where Revan did, into the unknown regions, where the Sith, the true Sith, wait in the dark for the great war that comes. And of the ones who traveled with you, that is all I see.
I'll talk a little bit more about Beodur in a couple of moments. But briefly, what a shame. Beodur and the droids tacked on here after we get the big Aten and Traya ones, which are clearly the sort of heart of this outro, this kind of falling description of what's coming next. Just kind of latched on at the end. Fumbled the bag with Beodur, who could easily be one of the great Star Wars characters, especially with the performance that we get. Perfect companion on paper. Incredible performance that lifts every moment that he's there higher. All of the bonding through all of the telepathy stuff is just incredible. Deserves so much more. And then the droids, Godo has some moments. T3 is wonderful. HK we have talked about at length. So let's keep moving. And Revan, he came here, was here. What happened to him?
It is because he remembered what lay buried here, this place, its teachings. It paved the way to Korriban, the remnants here. And because Malachor, like Korriban, is on the fringes of the ancient Sith Empire, where the Sith wait for us in the dark.
But we fought the Sith. The Sith have already struck against the Republic. But we fought the Sith.
Have we? You thought that the corrupted remnants of the Republic, the machines spawned by technology that Revan led into battle, were the Sith? You are wrong. The Sith is a belief, and its empire, the true Sith Empire, rules elsewhere. And Revan knew that the true war is not against the Republic. It waits for us beyond the Outer Rim, and he has gone to fight it in his own way. And he left the Ebon Hawk and all its machines behind, for he knew he would not need them. And like you, he knew he must leave all loves behind as well, no matter how deeply one cares for them.
Why?
Because such attachments are not the way of the Jedi, and they would only bring doom to them both in the dark places where he now walks. It would have helped had he made her understand, but she was always strong-willed, that one, and did not understand war as Revan did.
Why did you not follow him?
Because I did not know where he had gone. If he had asked, would I have gone? I do not know. But he will need warriors, Sith and Jedi, any who can be sent after him into the depths of space, for any who know the way. Perhaps you shall go there with him and do battle at the end of all things. Instead, I remained here, and now show others the way.
What of the Republic?
The Republic will fall, as it always has. A fall that will take millennia, under the care of the herds of Ithor. The surface of Telos will bloom again, and its golden fields shall again harbor scientists and thinkers.
Shout out to Telos.
And complacent and peaceful, it shall forget the time that Saul Karath orbited it and brought fire to its skies. But it shall be a home world again to others who will stretch out across the galaxy and bring life.
Tell me of Dantooine.
Dantooine shall survive. The community you saved shall be the foundation upon which Dantooine shall be habitable again. They shall drive back the Raiders, the Mandalorians, and all that strike at the Outer Rim. The Republic shall again establish their presence there, and shield it with its forces. And Dantooine shall heal, be safe, and its skies free. The ruins of the Academy shall remain.
And Nar Shaddaa?
Nar Shaddaa shall persist as it always has, but there will be a heart to the world where there was nothing before, where once the lost and disposed were trapped there. Now they will struggle and grow. From despair shall come hope.
Seems like it's going all pretty good. What about Onderon?
Queen Talia shall have a long reign. Much good will come of it. She will, as she has, rule wisely and well. Onderon shall remain in the Republic, and the world shall prosper, though its people shall, over time, lose their customs in the ocean of the Republic, and become the people of Onderon no longer.
This is the one of these that you could imagine how the other ones might have gone, and we'll talk about that at length probably on the episode. But I will say here, the Onderon one is really interesting because unlike Talia's long, prosperous reign, Vaklu's reign is noted as being short. But, she says, Onderon's independence shall persist. As he fought the Mandalorians, his triumph over the Republic shall serve to preserve Onderon against the rest of the galaxy, and Onderon shall maintain its customs, its lore, its history, its identity, and most of all, its victory shall give Onderon strength, so the horrors of the Sith War and the Mandalorian Wars shall not come to its surface again. I think this is really fascinating because in some ways that's those two outcomes are the good illustration of why the Onderon storyline should have been given more runway. Because that conflict is really fascinating. I think it's the type of conflict we've talked about forever and ever, going back to the Clone Wars episodes on places like Ryloth and Onderon, which is like, what do you lose by being part of the Republic? This has a great deal of resonance with ongoing conflicts in the world today and throughout the last 100+ years since war. I was going to say since the nation state, since Westphalia, but even before, since ancient China, since forever. What do you gain in stability by being assimilated into a great centralized power? What do you lose? What's it mean to lose your culture? What's it mean to lose your ethnic or regional specificity when it comes to things like music and storytelling and religion and food and everything else? That's what that Onderon story could be, and it is even bits of what we get with the Ryloth stuff in Clone Wars. Any time the conflict is like, this planet sees that it could have more independence and more self-sustainability if it left the Republic, but in doing so, it also becomes vulnerable to other outside, forces, or etc. Right? I think that stuff has been really fascinating, and I wish Onderon had lived up to that in this game. Tell me about Korriban.
Korriban shall be as it always was, a graveyard for the darkest of the Sith Lords, still whispering within their tombs. It shall always be a source of evil, spawning threats throughout the millennia. It, like Malachor, brushes the edges of the Empire that waits in the dark. And like Malachor, the Sith have forgotten it. For a time, they will remember. Revan knew this.
All right. Rest now, Traya. Your time in this place is over. Oh, okay. Okay.
Need any company?
Oh, my God.
I'm not doing anything. Besides, if I'm not around to bail you out of trouble, who knows what could happen? All right, then. Where are we going again? Because last time we were heading towards this mining colony on the edge of space, and there was this Sith Lord, and...
I don't think we needed that one restored, but, shoutouts to Atten. And there it is. Traya's core falling below into Malachor. I guess T3 got the ship up and running. That's good. And we escape like it's the end of Star Fox. Or like it's the end of Star Wars Return of the Jedi. From the depths of the thing imploding. Off into the distance. Kind of melancholy. And there it is. That is Knights of the Old Republic 2. I didn't sit on each of those little Fallout style, and what happened in this place, or what happened to this person, because I think we'll probably have an extended conversation about all of them. And I also think in general you can really sense the strengths and weaknesses of the game in those moments, both because some of those things, like when it's talking about a character we really loved and who got some attention, they get kind of an interesting answer, and then sometimes it's like, what about Bao-Dur and the droids? And she's like, yeah, I don't know what happened to them. Whoops. Unfortunately, they weren't very well, written through. We didn't really give them their due in the end. Oh well. But I do think that there is like a really fun outcome here, because there's one of two things that happen at the end here, and I think that you can read them. They're not incompatible, but they do require a different amount of time, and I think this is probably only true for the light side ending. Though maybe you could read it this way with the dark side with the Sith instead of the Jedi. But is the last thing to add to the Traya facts thing, she is preparing you, and then it's, entry A, preparing you to follow after Revan, making you the person you need to be to go to the edge of the galaxy, apparently, or even outside of the galaxy, in order to finish or help Revan confront the true Sith, whatever that might mean. Or B, she needed someone to rebuild the Jedi or the Sith in a different form. Someone who knew that what it was like to live without the Force, who would make the decision to break themselves from it. I think it's a pretty common reading of it, right? Traya despises the Force. I think that's true. Traya hates what the Force does to people. And at the same time, I think maybe is working from a place of, I don't think she wants to kill everyone who's ever lived. I don't think she wants to destroy the Force and thus destroy everything. I think what she wants, or a reading that I like, is that she wants the Jedi. She wants, if there's going to be a galaxy-spanning culture of people who are trained to use the Force. Yeah, fucking top billing, fucking A, Sarah Kestelman, fucking A, Roger G. Smith, fucking A. You didn't find us that, but like, Kelly Hu, fucking A. Like, let's go. Bangers. Greg Ellis, get fucked. Ed Asner, let's go. Anyway, I think that there is like there's going to continue to be people who use the Force. There's still going to be cultures built around the Force. And what do we do with that? One answer is burn it all down. Blow a hole in the Force so big that it swallows itself. The other thing that it could be is, what if you simply put someone in charge, not just they're the next Jedi Master, but make someone rebuild it who lived for 10 years without it, who learned to live without it, and then who learned what it was like to get it back, and who, learned from that experience. And that person becomes the person who can shape the Jedi for the next millennia. I kind of think that that's a fun way to read what her goals are. This is too long for me to type all out in the Traya facts sheet, but, imagine maybe that is what I did. Maybe I typed it all out. In any case, that's KOTOR II. That's Knights of the Old Republic 2. It remains one of my favorite games. It is a deeply troubled game, both in terms of the staff, some of the staff who made it, and the voice actors, as we've discussed. It is a troubled game in that it was a game made in half the time it probably deserved or needed to be as good as it could have been. I think its highs are just so high, and like many of my favorite pieces of genre fiction, it produces spaces and ideas that you can sit in, and that continue to live for years after you first approached it. I like a work that tidily ends. I love to end a story as a writer and as a storyteller, but I really love a story that, in spite of it, that has some sharp edges sometimes, but has these really easy valleys to fall into. These kind of you find your way past the sharpness and into places where you can rest comfortably and work over the ideas that are positioned there. I think I could talk to anybody who's played this game about the characters like Traya, Nihilus, and Sion, the Exile, about some of the big ideas about trying to repair the galaxy, about the place of the Republic, about who Godo is, all sorts of other stuff. Hey, shoutouts to the Sith Lords Restored Content mod. It's the RCM. I've been saying the CRM this whole time. It's the RCM. It's Restored Content mod, not Content Restoration mod. Whoops. Look at all these major contributors who've done VO. HK47 did some VO splicing. That's great. It's the TSL RCM. This whole time I've been saying CRM. Oh, Darth Insidious was here. That's good. And Darth Sion. That's fun. Oh, we got some voice acting from Usagi and Jabaka for KV and the Terrace Trap. I don't think I found KV. I think KV is a Dantooine character who I just missed somehow. Oh, the Lord of Hunger and Trigger God were beta testers. Yeah. Revan Star 11 is here. Melkor is here. Shout by genre. Yeah. Thank you to everybody who worked on this mod. Thanks you to everybody who watched us play it over the last year. Not really a year, it's like 6 months, something like that. Thank you to everyone who's listened to the show and to everyone who has shared this Let's Play. It's nice to be done it so that I can point to it and say, hey, if you ever want to see me play one of my favorite games, you can go over there and do it. And I just have to say again, it is an incomplete process to just watch the Let's Play. I really hope that folks who have watched and enjoyed this Let's Play go listen to A More Civilized Age, go listen to me, Natalie, Allie, and Rob talk about our time with KOTOR II. Yeah, there it is. The TSL RCM, the Restored Content mod. Why am I saying the CRM, the Content Restoration mod? That's just not what it is. All right, well, on that note, that'll do it. You can always go support us at patreon.com/civilized. Listen to the show at amorecivilizedage.net. Follow us on Blue Sky at More Civilized. I think it's at More Civilized. It'll be up on the screen right now. It has been a joy. You can follow me at Austin Walker on Blue Sky. I think I'm just Austin Walker. I'm pretty sure. So yeah, you can go do that. I'll put that up on the page also, on the screen right now also. All right. Until some future time, maybe we'll stream some Old Republic MMO. I kind of want to go play through that. Having left this, we'll find out whatever happened to Revan. I'm sure the answers will be exciting. All right. Peace.
It's been a long day without you, my friend, and I'll tell you all about it when I see you again. We've come a long way from where we began. Oh, I'll tell you all about it when I see you again. When I see you again.
Damn, who knew? All the planes we flew, good things we've been through. That I'll be standing right here talking to you about another path. I know we love to hit the road and laugh, but something told me that it wouldn't last. Had to switch up, look at things different, see the bigger picture. Those were the days, hard work forever pays. Now I see you in a better place. How can we not talk about family when family's all that we got? Everything I would do, you were standing there by my side, and now you gon' be with me for the last ride.
It's been a long day without you, my friend, and I'll tell you all about it when I see you again. We've come a long way, from where we began.
You know we started.
Oh, I'll tell you all about it when I see you again.
Let me tell you.
When I see